It's chaos! Chaos, I tell you. There's too much chaos going on. I got some solid beats on. I'm Ty Yeager. We have a red alert going on behind me because there's this chaos. But we gotta get started. We gotta get started with something. And the first thing, Patty Mills. He's no longer a San Antonio Spur. Man has decided to go to the East Coast, to the Brooklyn Nets, on a $12 million deal. 2 years. The culture, Mr. Coffee Gang himself, he is now a Brooklyn Net. Sad to see him go, honestly. Man. So, I'm not sure. I'm a mixed bag right here because, one, first you have a full youth movement that's about to go on. You're going full youth movement. That's the way that you're going to look at it in terms of. I need to down this music. It's banging, but it's a little too loud on my end. Man. You have a youth movement coming in. Patty Mills, Rudy Gay going to the Jazz. Now, the latest one. DeMar made it with the Clippers. See how that goes. Chat, how are you guys doing today? It's Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central. Man, there's a lot going on. A lot going on. And we got to figure it out. Before we can do that, I'm going to tell you guys that this stream is brought to you by the Spur Zone on News 4 San Antonio and Fox 29. Make sure to check out the Spur Zone for all the latest articles that are happening right now. I think that's a little too loud. Make sure to check out the Spur Zone for all the latest news articles and everything that's about to go down under the sun, because we have a lot going on. So check them out. Also check out Locked On Spurs, and hopefully gonna be doing a recording of that later today, so you guys can talk about all of free agency with us. But make sure to check out Spurs Zone News for San Antonio and Fox 29. Man, how do you guys feel though about one Patty Mills going to Brooklyn? How do you guys feel about that? Tell me, chat. I'm gonna try to grab someone to come in here. Also, I need to do my Patty appreciation tweet. Give me 1 second. I have a Patty Mills GIF in here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. There we are. Got it. So yeah, someone said, yeah, I'd rather see him in any other jersey that is not a Lakers jersey. So I'm happy. I'm happy for him. He did so Steve Holjek, is that how you say your name? Helwick. I can't say it. He is now the longest tenured Spur on this roster. This is crazy. In terms that DeJounte and Derek White are the only two that played with a member of the Big Three. So, Keon Johnson to the Spurs if DeMar goes? What do you mean by that? I'm so confused. I'm not sure how Keon Johnson would come in. All right, another report from Mark Stein. Clippers have serious interest in DeMar DeRozan, Chris Behan reports, but clearly lack of financial flexibility to make a robust offer. Chicago has the sign and trade lure to entice San Antonio to buy in with Laurie, but the Bulls must convince DeRozan to choose them. And honestly, I know that some of you have said that you don't see him going to the Bulls. I see the opposite, with the Bulls adding some pieces that are really solid and are really helping that Bulls team out. Now, if they want DeRozan and add on to that, just have probably one of the most successful teams this summer, they're going to need to. They're going to have to do a sign trade to get them, because that's not happening. Yeah, I think the Spurs do want Laurie, but when John Collins is still on the table, it's really hard. It's really hard to do that. And I doubt, as much as I would love it, and as much as I would throw that out there just to get some clicks, I would not say that DeMar, a sign trade between DeMar and Kawhi Leonard is possible. Steph Curry again, 4 years too. Oof, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. $215 million in 4 years. That's holy shit. Chances. That's $53 million a year. $53 million a year. I'm just saying, as nice as it is to have a guy like Curry, $53 million annually for one guy? I know it's Curry. Again, I know it's Curry. Bulls and DeMar's agent looking for leverage going to the Clippers meeting. I do like that. I'm kind of curious of who the Clippers would even bothering offer. And oh my god, timeline is going crazy. Or at least my notifications are going crazy. Is that Luke Kennard? I think Kevin O'Connor's trying to tell the Spurs to get Luke Kennard, which I don't see that fit, honestly. How tall is he? .6'5". No, you're already having backlog. I don't think you need Luke Kennard. I don't think we sign Oubre. Oubre makes no sense in terms of, especially with the guys that you signed with Doug McDermott. I don't see Oubre being an option anymore. I think they had to go to a 4 or 5. So I think it's between Laurie and Collins at this point. It just has to. Sorry, I'm messing with the settings. There we go. Give myself a little bit more brightness. Nothing. Collins fits the team much better. Yeah, it's like Collins fits. Is it like, I think with the team that's been built right now, Collins is like I think Collins is who they're going for. With the amount of money that they've left that the Spurs have left, along with the players they've gotten, it looks like Collins would be a perfect fit into that 4 spot, and you're starting 4. Now, Laurie's not a bad option either. He's not your number 1 option. but curious. And if I'm seeing people upset that, oh, why didn't they offer Mills anyone? It's like, you're going to a youth mode. You have Trey Jones in the backfield that you're going to get. You have a lot. We went over this depth chart yesterday, and they desperately need to get some. They need to start doing something if they're going to do anything. So it's not like what do you want them to do? That's my question. Sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth between Twitter and TweetDeck and you guys. Kind of streams are much harder when it's only you and no one else. I like to play off everyone else, so it doesn't help that I have no one with me joining me. You think we can get Lori, Pat? I don't think we can get Lori and Pat, but if you get Lori and some picks, I ain't gonna be mad, especially their first round picks. Excuse me. God, allergies hit me today. Now, I think Lori can still be a good player. It's again, you gotta be dependent on what you're wanting and what you're okay to deal with. All right, hold on. Can we notifications? We're going a little crazy today, buddies. Sign trade DeMar for LeBron. Who says no? I think I'm okay with that. Who's gonna be our number one option? Oh. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen. My bad, y'all. Oh. Miami Heat had pulled a qualifying offer on Kendrick Nunn. Ooh. Oh no, we got Frank. Frank in the car.
Is it noisy? I'll leave it in.
No, you good. You actually sound pretty solid.
Cool. Just trying to not melt in here, but
Is it too hot?
Oh yeah, no, it's boiling hot. But don't worry, I'm good.
All right, so I'm gonna keep you up to date with everyone since you don't have a screen in front of you.
Yeah.
So first off, but what are your opinions with Patty Mills going to the Nets for $12 million in 2 years?
The contract is excellent, and they're getting an amazing role player. But obviously, as a Patty Mills fan, it you hate to see it, but sadly, it was time to move on for both of us.
Dude, I got a Patty Mills jersey hung up, framed, in my living room, a Fiesta Patty jersey, and I am not. Oh, Carmelo going to the Lakers on a 1-year deal. Shocker. Tell me I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
Lakers gotta be like the all-time greatest wash team ever.
No kidding. It's all these guys that were drafted in the 2000s. I'll come back to that question, by the way, with the first option. I'm going to try to catch him up. So Rudy Gay going to Utah. Again, I don't think that was a major surprise that he was going elsewhere with the Doug McDermott signing.
Oh, for sure.
But if you're some other people, you think that Zach Collins was that signing that was going to move Rudy Gay, and that's no, that's not the case.
Totally unrelated.
Totally unrelated. Zach Collins is not the one that was replacing Rudy Gay. It was Doug McDermott, Doug McBuckets, Dougie McBuckets, whichever one we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Where are you driving to? That's my question.
Dentist appointment.
Man's going to the dentist? Damn.
I know, right? But I couldn't miss this live stream.
All right, wait. Malik Monk to the Lakers. What? All right, that's probably the best signing yet.
That's not the one that was going out with Scottie Pippen's girl, is it?
Was it?
No, it's Malik Beasley. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, Malik Monk, I think, is the one guy. That's probably the best signing by the Lakers so far. I'm not sure how much. Also, so another notification that we saw today was the Heat pulled their qualifying offer on Kendrick Nunn, freeing up some more money for them. So
they can still sign and trade?
maybe.
Man. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm really not digging the Heat or the Clippers' potential offers. Well, they haven't offered, but I mean, like, they're what they have.
This is what's going on right now, guys. I'm telling you. It's just the air raid sirens and Woj.
Woj going nuclear today?
Once I saw that Patty Mills stuff, I said, I'm gonna get on the line. I just feel something, and thank God I did. You're welcome, America. You're welcome. LaMelo about to wear number 1. Ooh, I like it.
Wait, he's changing number?
No, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming this Malik Monk, he's either going minimum, which I think would be extremely stupid, or they're signing him at their MLE. I think it's going to be the MLE on this one, which is like about 5.3 million, something like that.
Makes sense.
So I think that's going to be I think that would be the case. All right, so we did get a question on the stream. Who's the Spurs' number 1 option now? Especially with what's looking that like DeMar's not coming back.
I mean, until I see, well, okay, it kind of depends, right? Like, health. If he stays healthy, I still think it could be Derek, but if he's ready, it might be Keldon by the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, I think so. It's certainly going to be based on what. I think it's going to be. I don't know. We know the answer to that honestly yet. We have speculations, but I think we'll figure it out once the season starts. Like you said, I think Derek is one of them.
He's proven to be already at the bubble.
Yeah, Derek is certainly one of them. Keldon can easily become one too. In terms of if you start building around him and playing through him, you could be pretty solid.
Yep.
DJ,
if he takes a lead, but
I think DJ's the second option, in my opinion. But if he has, if that man can generate his 3-point shot, ooh, that's gonna be deadly. And he's already
need to see another offensive lead from DeJounte is all.
And he's already shown that he took a major offensive lead last season with the mid-range. So I don't think he's like DeMar where he's just limited what's inside the line. So I think he can do it. Like he even showed that he took like 2 attempts a game on average.
Yeah.
I have to look at it. But something like that where he took like 2 attempts a game from deep. So that's encouraging that he started working on it.
He's not afraid to try it, which is already a step above other people.
Let's read a comment. DeJounte and Derek will take turns as primary ball handlers. I think at the end of the season, Keldon, Derek, and Keldon are your scoring leaders. I don't know. So you think Keldon's gonna have 2 places in the scoring leadership for the team?
I hope.
Because he said at the end of the season it's gonna be Keldon, Derek, and Keldon are your scoring leaders.
I could see Keldon and Derek, but
he corrected himself to DeJounte. I honestly think Lonnie's gonna be in the top 3 of scoring for this team.
Yep.
Like if you're just looking at who you have right now, I think Lonnie's. But say that you do get John Collins, I think John Collins actually puts himself in that top 3.
He has all the capability to. It's just his head I'm worried about is all.
Also, if you're trying to contact me through my notifications on Twitter, you're not going to get anywhere to me. I'm just letting you know. It's just a little too much today. It was just like yesterday where I couldn't go through my notifications at all. Like, I don't know half the comments that were on my stuff yesterday.
And I can't look at my phone. It's illegal.
It's illegal. Who else
Yep.
who else do you think we need to sign? We definitely need to sign Collins. That's just my opinion. Where you have 28 to 30 million still available. You go out and get them.
I'm still wondering why we haven't heard anything about that. Like, is he? I mean, I know it's a big life decision for him. I get that, but like, you know,
I think it's a better sign for the Spurs that he's still hanging out. He's still mulling over his options.
for sure. I hate that we can't find out if the Spurs sent the.
Yeah, you're not gonna find that out, unfortunately. Not until he
It's,
actually signs it.
it makes people with anxiety like us.
What did
die.
Melo tweet? Let me find it. I hate that Melo's going to the Lakers. I would rather he was good with that Blazers team.
Who?
Melo.
Oh, I mean, he. I don't even know what to say. I wanted to say he wants an easy ring, but I don't know if the Lakers are an easy ring. And I'm not trying to be biased, although it's fuck LA forever.
So he's gonna wear his number 7. I see how it is.
Stay mellow.
Stay mellow.
But seriously though, like I guess he just wants to partner up with LeBron, and I mean, I guess if they get some really good, quote unquote, really good backup pieces, maybe they are dangerous. But I can't put them over the Nets yet, or the Bucks, or even the Suns probably.
I can't. No, I can't. They're gonna be a playoff team, but you can't count out LeBron as a championship contender. But he's not a favorite. He is nowhere near a favorite for me at this moment.
They have star power, but it's kind of like Team USA. Like that star power can fail you the moment you need a actual basketball, you know, fundamentals and ball movement and three-point shooting and all that stuff. Like, yeah, all those guys are fun and exciting to watch, and two of them can get a bucket whenever they want, kind of, sort of, still.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Westbrook. And then you have like people like to just be saying like, but Derek White's injuries. Well, what about AD's injuries?
AD has been injury prone, and then also add on his hesitancy to play at the center spot, which he should really be playing. This Laker team is about to sign on 10 guys on the minimum contract.
And it's not even like the best guys out there that would probably take it. Their championship team in 2020 was far better than this.
My lord, this is a wash team.
It is.
Like outside of like Davis and LeBron, you got Carmelo, Westbrook, Dwight Howard, Wayne Ellington. Who the fuck else are on there besides Malik Monk, who is like I think would be their youngest guy at this moment? I've no. It's. Oh, it looks like.
I'm just not saying it, man.
I don't know how. I went on a whole rant on by the numbers. Good radio show in San Antonio if you're listening. I want to say it's 960. Go check them out. I was on there last night, and I went on a whole rant of like why this Laker team's not that great. It's not gonna be as good as you think it is. Look
Does
at that.
anyone even think it's gonna be great?
Yes, Laker fans, of course, and any LeBron or Westbrook stan. Someone said it's gonna be a show. Yeah, not enough of the reasons you think it's gonna be. They're gonna get blown by every young team in the league.
Basically, hell, if one of our guys has a little dramatic push, they're gonna be better than the Lakers, marginally. But
So the Lakers roster at this moment: LeBron, AD, Westbrook, Carmelo, Malik Monk, Dwight Howard, Marcus Gasol, Trevor Ariza, Wayne Ellington, and Kent Bazemore. Joey, get on here. Where you at? Get on the Discord. I see you in the
Yo,
chat.
what's up?
There you are.
That's me. It's Noah. It's not
That's
Joey.
Noah. Ah, damn. What's up, Noah?
He said,
Noah,
damn,
what up,
it's
bro?
Noah. About to head
No.
out now. The disappointment in your voice.
No, I was gonna say I said for Joey to come on, and then he instantly came on. I was like, hell yeah, it worked.
No, it's just me.
So what are you doing? Where are you up to today on this Tuesday?
Writing, shedding a tear for Patty. But
Man.
I guess I'm okay.
All right. So before we got into Patty, what's your thoughts on this Laker roster? Before I move on.
Garbage.
I mean, it's like a weird construction, but to be honest, as long as you've got LeBron James and Anthony Davis healthy, you're going to be competitive. I didn't really like the Russell Westbrook addition. Carmelo Anthony is not the player he used to be. Malik Monk is fine. Dwight Howard is fine, I guess. Marcus Gasol is fine. It's just a weird roster construction. I think they'll be fine as long as those guys are healthy, but I don't really think they're a title contender because LeBron and Anthony Davis haven't been healthy in more than a year.
Yeah, and also I think Malik Monk is like probably the best signing so far, just in terms of being a younger guy and probably being one of their most. He's athletic, isn't he? Or am I mistaken, my guys?
Yeah, no, Malik Monk is pretty athletic. I think he has like a 43 or 44 inch vertical. Yeah.
Yeah. So he becomes one of their more athletic guys, but man, you sacrificed your whole team to get Russell Westbrook of all players. Now you're adding on some of them. You have like guys drafted in the 2000s, and they're all washed.
I mean,
Like you got Dwight Howard, Marcus Gasol, Wayne Ellington out of nowhere, Trevor Ariza. Like Trevor Ariza is not bad in my opinion, but it's like, and then you get Carmelo, who's not, like you said, is not the player he used to be. Russell Westbrook, who's he's declining. I just don't like the fit, but like you said, it's a weird roster construction to the point. It's like you got some retirement home guys in here.
I don't think everybody on that roster is going to be there throughout the whole year. I mean, they're constantly making moves, and it's not like they expect Dwight Howard or Carmelo Anthony to be like the missing links, right? I mean, if those guys are coming off your bench, then you're fine. I just think they're going to have to find another way to improve the roster. Mostly, I think Russell Westbrook kind of like hog-ties the roster. I didn't really understand the push to get him. I think he's going to be fine when he's not the first or second option, but he's not a shooter. He's not a great cutter. He's no longer a good defender like he used to be early in his career, so I just don't really know what they're doing. It's just a collection of names at this point.
By the way, chat, let me know how the audio sounds. I'm not sure if I'm louder than them or not. Just let me know. Or let me know if one of them is louder than the other or something like that. Just trying to get audio squared up. So, all right, so let's go back to Patty. How do you feel about that Patty signing to Brooklyn?
You know what's funny is the second it happened, I was like, okay, that's nice. That means that they're like moving in a new direction. But then I went on YouTube and I typed in "beautiful game," and I was like, damn, I'm sad. Like I was like legitimately like a tear went down my face, and I was like, damn, that's a tough pill to swallow. Like,
dude,
I'm happy and sad.
You did that to yourself once you typed in "beautiful game." You knew what you were doing.
He did, so no complaining.
I did. I hurt myself. It was a big masochist move, but hey, like I had to do it.
Yeah, but I think it's a good deal for Brooklyn, and he gets a ring chase. Also add some shooting and more shooting to that Brooklyn team, so it's not a bad addition. I'm just happy he didn't go to the Lakers. That's all I'm happy about. I can somewhat cheer for him, even though Harden's on that damn Nets team.
Yeah, I'm happy that he'll have a chance to compete.
What was that? Was that Frank?
Business-wise, it was great all around. We just hated because, Patty.
Yeah.
All right, what about Rudy going to Utah?
Man, good for Rudy. I mean, they were really good last year. I was honestly, I was ready for him to go. I don't have like a sentimental thing for him. He wasn't part of a title team. He wasn't really part of successful Spurs teams. I think he was a good Spur. He was a good role model for the young guys, but you know, just hope that he goes to Utah and he's not hearing any like racial slurs or anything, because those fans out there are they're a little suspect. But we'll see. I'm hoping for the best for Rudy.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid deal for him, at least in terms of, was it 12 million as well, somewhere around there for a player option.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. But I think, again, that was kind of known that he was now going to re-sign with that Doug McDermott signing yesterday. And so, actually, we haven't gotten to hear from you about your opinions on both McDermott and Collins signing. So let's just kind of get your rundown since you were on the stream yesterday.
Yeah, I really like the McDermott signing. I think in some ways it's underwhelming because he's not really like a guy who's going to move the needle a whole bunch. But I think for improving the spacing, improving off-ball value, he's exceptional. He finished in the top 10% tile in terms of cutters, like in effectiveness and points scored. So that's a huge plus. I know I said that he finished about 67% of his shots at the rim, which was like right around where Jakob did. And I know he's not driving to the rim, but a lot of that is off cutting. A lot of that is just getting open by moving off ball. So I like him a lot, and I think he's a better facilitator than people give him credit for. He had a career high 3.2 assists per game last year, so I like him a lot.
Yeah, I was looking at his shooting percentages just from different distances last season. Man, some of those were a bit impressive. Trying to pull up exactly. So, like, he was 66% from 0 to 3 feet out. Wait, no, that's his career. I mean, he was 72% from 0 to 3 feet out last season in field goal percentage. That's, especially for a guy that's kind of known for his 3-point shooting, having that inside ability, that does make him at least in terms of versatile. I would at least think.
Yeah, he's a good cutter. Like, the reason he's shooting so well is because he moves so well without the ball. And he's able to leverage his ability to shoot the ball so well by being able to get to the rim. And then when he gets cut off, he has that awareness to kick the ball back out. So I like what he brings to the team. I think, you know, the Spurs are probably still more than 2 pieces away from competing for anything in any real way. But I like the signing. It was good.
I'm with you in terms of it doesn't make them a contender, but man, it does help them out no matter what. It helps in shooting. Again, it gives them another cutter with some size, as well as a guy that's not selfish. But, like, I think it helps the team overall. It's not going to, like you said, it's not going to push anything. It's not going to push them contending, but I think it's a solid signing for where you got him, where I think his projected annual salary was like 13.5 million, and he got signed for 14 annually. So $500,000 overpay, not bad.
Yeah, I think that it was a fair value. And then I know you wanted me to talk about Zach Collins for a second. I think it's a nice addition. Of course, he just had surgery. The Portland Trail Blazers announced on the 29th of July, so that's his 3rd surgery in less than 365 days. That's a little worrisome. I think that they massively overpaid him. He was projected to go for $2 to $4 million on a partially guaranteed deal, according to Bobby Marks. That's what he valued him at, and the Spurs just picked him up for 3 years, $7.3 million per year. So unless he's healthy, unless he's productive, it could look like a bad signing. But if he's healthy, if he ends up staying in there, he is a former 10th overall pick. He can shoot a little. He can protect the rim a little bit. He passes the ball pretty well. So it could end up being a good signing if he stays healthy, but that's a big if.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk-reward type signing. I would say that's low risk because the Spurs already had so much money that it's like you could afford to overpay a little bit. Yeah, $7 million it might be a bit much, but again, if you can get him healthy and unlock the potential that he has in terms of the versatility at that 4 or 5, man, that would look like a great signing if he can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
How long
Yeah,
is the
no, I
contract?
like him.
3 years.
3 years.
I mean, for 2, we weren't going anywhere anyways.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm fine with the signing. I think that they overpaid him quite a bit just because he hasn't been healthy throughout his career. He's always struggled with injuries. They've been shoulder injuries. They've been lower extremity injuries, which are really, really tough on big guys. You know, their frame, their weight. Like, it's hard to recover from those things. And the fact that he's had 3 surgeries on the same injury within the last year, that's worrisome. You really hope that he can stay healthy, and that's why I said that's a big if. But I mean, it's not an incredible amount of money, but I think if they had signed him for a little bit less, you could have even said, hey, we're not so worried about throwing that money at John Collins. Like, I know the Spurs still have enough money there, but you throw some money at John Collins, you still have a little bit left over for maybe somebody else. But I'm fine with it. Like, overall, if I had to give a grade to the Spurs offseason so far in terms of just these signings, I'd give it a B, which is better than a lot of other franchises have done so far.
Yeah, it's a B for I would say an incomplete offseason at the moment. So that's
we're not even done yet.
Yeah, again, Spurs have about 28 to 30 million. I want to say it jumps up to 30 million if they pull KBD's qualifying offer, if I'm correct, along with renouncing DeMar's rights. But there's a lot of money to go around. They still have a lot of money to work with. I found it curious that they left just enough money open to still sign a John Collins to a max contract. I thought that was very interesting, but we'll see what happens. Again, we haven't heard anything from about the John Collins front since I want to say before free agency even started yesterday. So Thiago Splitter tweeting out a 8-ball on Twitter. I see you, Thiago, coach of the Nets.
Yeah, he's pretty close with Patty. He likes Patty a lot. I think we all know that they they played together on the championship team, but maybe that was part of the reason he wanted to be in Brooklyn, alongside with them having a better chance of winning something. Patty's not the youngest anymore, but man, I am a little bit sad that he's gone, even though I think it was the right move for the Spurs to let him walk. I'm
just glad that I spent my money on a Patty Fiesta jersey whenever I had to pick a jersey out, so I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Let's see who else. What does the chat guys say? Oh, so we had a question earlier asking, who do you think, so at this moment, just assuming that DeMar is not here, who is the Spurs' first option? And we kind of said that we don't know what's going to go. I think we'll find out once the season actually starts and we see some play from them. But man, it's at least the two candidates I have right now are Derek and Keldon would be my first options at the moment. What do you think on that front?
Yeah, I think you only got two options. It's Derek White, because he can score at all three levels. He can shoot the three ball, he can shoot the mid-range, he can get to the rim, and he can facilitate a little bit. So Derek, for me, would be candidate number one. Candidate number two would be DeJounte Murray. We know that he can facilitate a little bit. We know that he can get his in the mid-range. He's comfortable handling the ball. He can get to the rim now. He's been finishing better. I don't think Keldon's a candidate. Like we've mentioned before, he's not a good three-point shooter. He's not a good shooter off the dribble. He doesn't create for himself. 75% of his points were assisted last season. He's good at cutting off ball, and unfortunately, his standstill three-point shooting, that's awful. I just don't see you making a big jump in every single one of those areas. I think it would be irresponsible of the Spurs to give him that much responsibility. So those two guys are my number one and two, and I think Keldon could settle in as a nice third, fourth option behind, maybe Doug McDermott or even somebody like Lonnie, who could take a big stride, though I have some concerns about Lonnie as well.
You never know. Tatum could give him some Kobe juice. You never know.
Well, Tatum hasn't looked great at the Olympics, so hopefully he's not talking to Tatum too much.
It's not FIBA Tatum that we're talking about. We're talking NBA Tatum. So we got. Someone says the first option has to be the Coyote. You know what? Fuck everyone else. Coyote, you're starting at point. We're gonna roll with it. So looking
at Drew Eubanks, that would be fun.
Hey, 100% 3-point shooter. Also, if you just run Drew at that 4 position and just let him be a rim runner and do what he did in Austin, I'm just gonna say that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know my thoughts on Drew. I love Drew. He's a good dude, but yeah, I don't.
Well, this is all a joke.
I think he's good as a depth insurance dude, but I love Drew. I hope he does well next season.
Dude,
I really hope he gets a lot of minutes.
I will say Drew and Zach Collins are going to be a great bench duo.
Yeah, whenever Collins comes back, we don't even have a timetable on his injury return, so yeah, Drew's going to take the lion's share of minutes there.
So from what I saw, because I saw that his surgery was announced back in late June for a fractured foot, and just doing basic average for a fractured foot surgery is 6 to 8 weeks. So if that's the case, if that surgery was in late June, we are already in early August, so that's 4 weeks already. I would think that he would at least be coming back right around the start of the season, if not before. That's just my guess of my limited knowledge of the situation.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that is his third surgery on the same foot within the last 365 days. So you got to imagine that the recovery process is going to go very slow, not because it's like he's going to take longer to recover, but because you want to be completely careful with that, right? You don't want to rush him back, and then now you've paid a guy, $7 million per year for 3 years, and he can't play because you rushed him back too quick. So who knows?
But man, I want to say it was his second season. He looked really solid for Portland when he had a healthy season. It was like 77 games they played. Well, I want to say it was the 1920 I think it was the 18-19 season. I need to double check. But
yeah, it was 18-19.
Like that season looked solid for him. So again, like you said, if he can just stay healthy, and again he's going with a solid health department in San Antonio, so that did a really good job of getting Rudy Gay back out from his Achilles injury. So I would assume that San Antonio could at least help in that department.
Yeah, and I hope he's working with Chip England because I think he has some untapped potential. I think he could be a stretch five, sort of like Kelly Olynyk. So if you can get somebody like Kelly Olynyk, but you're not paying him Kelly Olynyk money, you're paying him this money, and he ends up being a serviceable, spot starter or like full-time backup. I like that. Like I like Zach Collins, but I really hope he stays healthy. Like as a former 10th overall pick, there's a reason he went that early. It's because he's talented. So he's only 23 years old, I think. So I'm happy about the signing in general without the dollar sign attached.
It's a gamble, but I think it's a gamble that the Spurs might have some favor in, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Dan, since you jumped on, everything went quiet. Noah, what did you do?
I messed up the news cycle. I messed up the timeline.
Damn variant. Just Frank in the background with the damn it. I had to turn him down because his background noise is a little much. But I was like, just hearing him. Chip's
Sounds like it's raining.
He's in his car.
It's absolutely soaked in here. Like I was gonna get down real quick, but now I'm stuck in the car.
So you're just stuck in the rain right now?
Yep.
We'll
Yo,
go
this
get
is kind of therapeutic though, honestly. Like ASMR. I like it.
Like, but I don't want to get soaked either.
I get that. Hey, you stay in there as long as you need to.
You going to melt?
At least it's not hot as fuck anymore.
What's the temperature outside? It's 89 outside right now. I'm learning that this new apartment's AC is not the greatest. So like it still works, but I've had to get a fan. Like right now it's 76 in my room, according to the fan. Let's see what. So, all right, Noah, are you excited about Summer League? Because you are going to Vegas soon.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. Also, I'm excited just to see like the first look of Primo and Wieskamp tonight. Also, Vassell and Trey Jones. Like, I don't know. I think some people are sleeping on the Summer League roster. Like, Nate Renfro was really good for Austin last year. Man, they're going to be good.
Honestly, if I have to put a candidate that could possibly get a two-way contract, I had to put Nate Renfro on that list. Like, he looked really solid with Austin in that bubble.
Yeah, he's super versatile. He can pass the ball. He's a great defender. He moves really well. The only thing that he's not really good at this point is shooting, which is sort of unfortunate. The Spurs kind of need that, but I like him as a two-way candidate because, one, he's still pretty young, and you saw how explosive he was in Austin. Like, he had torn, I think it was his Achilles or his ACL. It was a pretty serious injury, like, right before the draft a few years ago, and he's still that explosive. Like, I still buy into him having potential to play in the NBA.
I'm trying to figure out where it's because I was going to actually mention that injury because I think that was the reason he just kind of went undrafted. Like I think, like he could. I'm not sure. Could he possibly gone to the second round if it wasn't for that injury?
I think he could have. I think honestly, most likely he would have fallen to the undrafted range, but been one of those guys who could carve out a role afterwards. And just as someone who saw him play live, like he played. I went to the University of North Texas. They played in the CBI. It was San Francisco University versus North Texas. I got to watch that 3-game series, and I was like, dude, this guy looks like a pro. Like, this guy's really good. I wonder if he's going to go in the draft. Fortunately, he didn't get drafted, but I like him a lot.
It looks like he tore his ACL. When was this? I'm not sure when this was, but he tore his ACL. So, not an injury that you want to have right before you're going to the draft.
No, yeah, that's tough for him, but hopefully he can sort of, produce at a high level for this Austin, or I guess it's not Austin, the Spurs Summer League team. Like, you look at his numbers, they weren't like, incredible, 4.4 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, but then you look at everything else that fills out that sort of stat line, 3.8 assists per game, 1.4 steals, 2 blocks, like, he stuffs the stat sheet. He can be sort of your quintessential glue guy. I like him a lot. I really hope he ends up in San Antonio by some miracle. I hope that happens.
So, like we said, we got Primo, Wieskamp, Steven Domingo.
That must be new. He must be like a last minute addition or something.
Scal Labrisi. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
Zach Norville out of Gonzaga.
No idea what to tell you that you totally watched that.
Just do it. I think it's a running joke that I can't pronounce names for shit.
Nah, you're getting bullied, Ty. I ain't here to bully you. I'm not trying to bully anybody today.
You were cyberbullying us in the chat last night. What do you mean?
Well, I'm okay to bully the group. I'm just not gonna bully an individual.
Well, just say if I say a name wrong, just correct me. You don't need to do what Nick does, where it's like, what was that? You just say the name right. Just correct me. So how do you pronounce it?
Labissiere.
Labissiere.
Yeah.
See, I just try to see how it was pronounced, but it does make sense because it's from Haiti and being with the French name. Zach Norville, or Norvell. Norville.
Yeah, it's Norvell. Yeah.
Norvell. Then you got Devin Vassell.
Vassell.
Zach Norvell, Devin Vassell, Justin Turner, Briam Fay. I guess I said
Honestly,
that wrong.
that one I do not know. I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you.
He's from
in the
Senegal.
Most respectful way to that man, I do not know that man.
Biram Fay. I think it's Fay. Matt Mitchell, the easiest name on the list. Jalen Morris, Trey Jones, Anthony Mathis, another guy I did like in Austin, and he's a shooter, man.
He's basically like Bryn Forbes, but I like him. I like him. He's a really nice dude. It's hard not to like him.
Nate Renfro, like we talked about. All right, see ya. Go to your disappointment. We got Caleb Johnson, brother of Keldon Johnson. Eric Demers.
Let me see. I think it's Eric Demers.
Let's go with that. Justin Robinson, son of David Robinson, and Daquan Jeffries. Do we know anything about Jeffries' team option, if that was exercised or not?
It's garbage.
Ow.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not actually sure.
Hold on, Nick. Talk real quick. Nick,
Yes, sir.
keep talking real quick. I'm trying to get your audio leveled.
What do you want?
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Where did Frank go?
Yeah,
As soon as everyone got in here, Frank bounces.
No idea where he went.
I just got out of a meeting, so I popped in for a minute.
So, all right. I know that I keep revisiting this, but Joey and Nick, what are your opinions on Patty going to Brooklyn?
Who gives a shit? Luke and Keon for DeMar.
Not the
Let's go.
Lakers.
Wait, so that's what someone mentioned Keon in the
Luke
chat
and
earlier,
Keon for Kennard.
and I was like, what?
I mean, Luke and Keon for DeMar.
Yeah, so someone mentioned Keon Johnson. I'm like, why would that for like Keon? We can get Spurs and get Keon Johnson. I'm like, how is that gonna work? I didn't realize he was on the Clippers.
Yes, sir.
Well, now I know.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sad that Patty is gone, the person, but like, man, there were times, I know it's because of the schedule, and I can blame like 99% of it on the schedule, but like still, like he played like absolute liquid diarrhea sometimes near the last third of the season. It was really bad. Like some of the worst basketball I've ever seen a Spur play. Not to mention that for some reason Pop was having him like be the ball handler sometimes, and like almost every time it was just a horrific turnover. I'm using hyperbole, of course, but like I kind of thought of it like this, right? So, and this may sound kind of weird, and this may not make much sense, but like on the subject of like DeRozan leaving, I'm gonna miss DeMar DeRozan, but I'm not gonna miss Spurs player wearing jersey number 10. Does that make sense?
I feel you.
I'm gonna miss DeMar. I'm not gonna miss number 10.
He's a great community guy.
Yeah, mental health advocate, all around probably a top 3 person in the NBA as a human.
But as a player,
Yeah, and even then, he's still like a 22 on 50% player, just not for us.
but in a team,
Yeah. What do you think
that's
about that,
kind
Frank?
of rebuilding, you know?
Frank,
What's
I'll
up?
miss DeMar DeRozan. I'm not gonna miss number 10. Does that make sense?
What?
He wears jersey number 10. I'm
I don't
gonna
know who
miss
he's
DeMar
talking about.
DeRozan, but I'm not gonna miss Spurs player wearing jersey number 10. I'll miss the person, not the player, basically.
Yeah.
And that's just a way of wording it. I'll miss DeMar, but I won't miss number 10.
That's where we all are, for the most part.
Yeah, except for that certain person, the one I was arguing with earlier.
There's a lot of there's a lot of people that
Yeah. Anyways.
there's a lot of people under that category.
Yeah.
Patty had some really bad stat lines from during that second half, man. Just looking at it for now, it's all coming back.
That stat line the second half was bad, and it's the schedule. He's not the youngest, spryest
No
little boy. But
practices? Yeah, like that's crazy. They didn't
Yeah.
have a practice the whole second half.
do y'all remember that game? And I forgot which one it was, but Patty had a horrific turnover in the closing minute, and then he hit a 3, and everyone's like, "Yay, Patty!" And then he had another horrific turnover the next play. And I was just like, get the ball out of that little Aboriginal's hands, dude. I love him to death, but I need him to not dribble the fucking ball ever again.
Jeez.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, you don't understand. I love Patty. I love Coffee Gang. I love him and his... he's so amazing. I love that he drives a Toyota Tundra and has a Labradoodle. But that fucker needed some rest, and Pop did not let him rest. Pop did not let that man rest a second until like the very end of the season.
Much because it's not like we didn't have depth.
Oh, they're playing today, Australia, United States.
Yeah.
Actually.
Wait, we're playing today?
Yeah, 11:40 Central. Yeah. Oh no, that's for some reason it said that. I was like, what? Tomorrow.
It's probably tomorrow already in Japan, so that's probably why.
Is it an
Tomorrow
11:40
for us at
game?
11:15, August 5th.
11:15.
Central.
August 5th, that's in 2 days then.
Yeah.
11:15
Why
a.m.
did
or
I say
p.m.?
tomorrow? Meant Tuesday, 2 days. Yeah.
PM or AM?
PM.
Good.
Great. We don't have to wake up
That'd
at
be
7
like,
in the morning.
Like a 1 a.m. game in Japan.
Noah, what did you think of Team USA last night? If you saw it.
That first half was rough.
They were bad in the first half, but the second half they really cleaned their act up, especially Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
I mean they were fine. Yeah.
You were a little down on him, huh? I know I heard you a little bit say you're a little down on FIBA Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly joking around. I
Yeah.
mean, he's been really good the last couple of games, especially the game before this one. But also, like, not to be rude, and I'm happy that the U.S. won. But it doesn't help that Ricky Rubio was basically playing 1-on-5. Like the rest of his team shit the bed. Like Marc Gasol didn't even score a point in the game. Neither did Rudy Fernandez, who's usually their second or third option. So poor Ricky Rubio, who averages like 10 points a game in the NBA on a good night. Like he had to go out there and drop 38.
Bro, I'm starting to see why Pop chose Plumlee a couple years ago. Bam Adebayo is dog shit in FIBA. He is awful. He plays with zero physicality. Like, dude, he got stuffed by Ricky Rubio under the basket. Like, what is going on?
Sir,
He's so bad.
Noah,
Gomez was eating him alive.
Noah, by the way, that's 11-point career average, Ricky Rubio, to you.
It's gonna be great as a backup.
Every dog has their day, bro.
He had a career high in Phoenix with 13 points per game.
They should have built around him instead of Chris Paul.
So didn't Spain win the FIBA championship 2
They
years
did.
ago?
Yeah, in
World
2019.
Cup?
How different is the team?
It's like basically the same,
They
minus
just
Serge
added
Ibaka.
Garuba, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
basically
wild.
the same team. Well, it's just kind of unfortunate, like the way that the Olympics, like basketball worked, is that they just happen to be playing each other that early. So.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hate that Patty is running to Team USA in the semifinals.
I don't. I'm ready. To
Well,
see
I
that
would
guy.
rather have it.
Nick, my man.
I'd rather have a USA Australia finals.
No, we need revenge on France in the finals.
Yeah.
It's literally
If
built up for
France
this.
even beats Croatia, right? I don't think they will.
Slovenia.
Slovenia, I mean, not
Luka,
Croatia. Wrong Luka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slovenia.
They definitely have to go through Luka and Goran Dragic's brother.
I think that
Which looked
Slovenia,
good.
Ty, didn't we look at it last night? And they have had like a pretty easy path compared to other teams.
I don't know, Ali. I think you guys may have
Yup.
looked at it. I didn't pay attention to it.
They have to play Germany in the quarterfinals. So I mean, all they have is what Moritz Wagner and Isaac Bonga. So
Isaac
Weren't their
Bonga, don't
earlier
forget him,
games
bro.
A little bit
Yeah,
easier.
listen.
Like
I'm
it's
an Isaac
okay
Bonga
that,
guy.
that Luka's out there. I mean, alone basically, right? I don't think that'll like if Luka and Slovenia make it to the gold, the championship. I think if it's us versus them, we are going to send them back to the Stone Age. But
Listen,
that's just me.
I don't think it's just him because there was that previous game, the one before Germany, where Luka
Well, who
had
they
like, 3
play,
fouls
though?
going into the second half, and his team stepped up. So I'll give
Who
him
did they
that.
play?
Who did they play?
Yeah,
Ah,
because if they
I
played
don't
like
remember.
we
I
beat
just-
Iran by almost 60, bro. Like
I literally just remember Luka had 3 fouls going into the second half in the game before the quarterfinals.
All right. Sorry, I saw this tick on the timeline. I just don't like. Oh shit.
BDR
Okay.
for the MLE is bullshit. I don't know about that.
All right, hold on.
That's so messed
Per
up.
Sam Amick, the Hawks have offered 5 years and 125 million for John Collins. He also reports that the Hawks want to keep Collins and aren't interested in sign trade option at this time. So I'm
We
gonna
can
pull.
offer him more.
I'm pulling this
Wait, how
up.
much did they
He's gonna
offer
have to
him?
want to take that first, though.
Yeah.
That's a 25 mil a year contract.
Yeah.
So we can offer him 3 mil more a year. I don't know why they wouldn't.
I think
Match it.
5, right? They can offer up to 30. I think because if they renounce DeRozan.
I think
I'm pull-
just like based on like his accolades, the max contract for him would be
It's
like 28
28.
mil.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I saw someone say 30, so I was like, I wasn't too sure.
All right.
I believe the Hawks can offer him like 1 or 2 more million off of like bird rights or something. I don't know. There's so much complexities
Yeah.
to all this stuff. Like I wish it was more straightforward, but I do think that the Hawks could. It would make sense for them to match, but who knows? I don't know.
They need to have it on the NBA to like a salary cap, like try to explain, like make it easier and more accessible for the regular the
So-
general audience. So.
So I'm just letting you guys know that 125 is 25 million total. So
Yeah, a year.
like Noah said, and just so it's everyone's more generalized. Again, Spurs can offer 3 more million more.
But a year less.
Yeah, a year less, but 3 million more, which goes out to 12 million overall in more money. Plus, you can add on incentives to that as well.
So
Yeah, if you want
we
the
would
bag.
we'd be looking at 140 mil over 5 years
4 years.
if we offered him that, or 4. So what we'd be doing? What is that? 100 and
It's 120, but I'll be in. Oh wait, no, never mind.
120 something over 4 years, right?
Yeah,
122.
100.
No,
I
not stupid.
think it is 120.
112
over-
if it's 28
Yeah,
per
it's
year.
less money, but less time.
Oh yeah, we'd be
Yeah.
doing 112, right, over 4 years.
Yeah, 112 mil over 3. Yeah.
But he's one less year of commitment if he hates it.
So I'm just gonna read this. I'm gonna read
Incentives.
this article from was it Sam Amick from the Athletic? Sam Amick.
Yeah, I'm starting to warm up quite a bit to the idea of marketing just because I like Collins, but like the more I look at how our roster's constructed, it doesn't make much sense. Like if it, because I liked the idea of Collins if we were gonna try and compete, but now that like
Yeah.
literally everyone is gone, I don't know, dude.
I was thinking
Doesn't
that.
make much sense slapping a $28 million a year player, even though his age and trajectory seems like they align with our team overall. Like I'm not sure how it would work.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
but that's more cool.
Brian
Now-
Wright's gonna screw this up. That doesn't even make sense. You can't say Brian Wright's gonna. You didn't. I'm just saying something I read on Twitter. How can
Oh,
you
yeah.
say he screwed it up when he doesn't have control over that? Like that's John Collins' decision ultimately at the end of the day.
That's the same with that. People are like, if Brian Wright screws this DeMar trade up, like it's like we don't like he screwed it up in the season, sure, but like you can shit on him for screwing it up at the trade deadline, but you can't shit on him for like not trading DeMar to Chicago because Chicago has to convince DeMar to play there. We can't do anything anymore besides sign a deal, like sign the papers and send them off or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he could sign for the fucking minimum amount that's possible for him if he wants and go somewhere else. Like, and I think Brian Wright's done a pretty good job. I like the acquisition of Collins enough. I like the acquisition of Doug a lot. So you know, they've been doing good.
It'd be a hell of a lot worse.
I'm on the stream.
Yeah, another thing I like about marketing is we get to keep some cap flexibility.
Where you going, Holly?
Because I assume he's not going to get, like, DeMar money.
Yeah, Laurie will probably.
No, I don't think he will.
So
I think he's
See you
probably
later.
looking somewhere around like 350,
boys.
360.
Hello.
What's up?
Say hi to the stream.
Hi. She's going off.
Wow. No, so all right. So first off, everyone on Spurs Twitter is freaking out. Oh well, there goes John Collins. Like, this is just what they offered. It doesn't mean they've signed him.
I mean,
Well-
from the opinions lately, we know that a lot of people just don't understand the business. And I'm not even an expert.
What were you saying, Noah? How much would Laurie command in the market?
Kind of feel like 340, 350.
Okay.
Like 3 years, 40 million. 3 years, 50 million.
No, he's
something
getting
like
a
that.
$340 million contract.
Yeah, every.
Because he's
Su-
worth it, damn it.
A supermax contract.
So I have a feeling that if we lose out on Collins, we're gonna do our best to like maybe sign and trade DeMar, or DeMar will take the MLE to Clippers if we can't trade him for Laurie. And then what? Maybe sign Laurie and possibly pick up Kelly and just call it a tank season. Like, is that possible? Signing Laurie and Oubre with that leftover max money.
I don't
that-
think you can sign both.
I mean, if
That
both
was
signed for
Oubre
14 mil a year, right?
Maybe.
That's definitely not what Ubre's camp wants, but I think that's
Here's my hair,
probably
guys.
Oubre
what
has
you end up
no
getting.
room to talk. Fucking
Listen.
tsunami poppy head ass.
That's free agency, you know. As long as somebody has money, you can ask for it. But I
And
don't
not
know
many
if they-
people have money anymore,
True.
dude.
True. Well, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. You know, if that.
Yeah. This is exciting though. All this stuff. Everyone's like, "Oh, DeMar's coming back," and then it's like Clippers, Bull, let's go. Like everyone. That one guy, what was his name? Ty Schultz.
Yeah.
Was like Spurs are interested in bringing him back. I saw that. I was like, I don't think so.
But now he has that meeting with the Clippers that he's doing. That was
Yeah,
reported
and the
by
Bulls are
Haynes.
still have like a big heart on for DeMar. Like they want
So-
him apparently.
Who's the oldest player on the roster right now?
Derek.
McDermott.
Oh no, McDermott.
McDermott at 29.
Derek.
29,
Right.
and then it's Derek, and then I think it's Dejounte.
No, it's-
right after?
Then DeJounte and Jakob, I think, are tied.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's nuts. Remember when we had like fucking Manu and like oh my gosh, everyone was so
We had
old.
the professor Andre Miller, who was I think 40 in 2016.
Yeah, when Manu retired, he was 40, right? 41?
But I think so.
All right, actually, Jakob is older than DeJounte.
So Jakob would be the
Yeah.
third oldest.
What do
So,
y'all
like-
think about Kendrick Nunn? He's an unrestricted free agent now.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I
Hey, I'm not-
like his
Antonio.
game, but not for the Spurs. I
Listen,
think we're
listen,
good.
listen. It was a question. I'm not saying I want him. I jokingly did the Spurs question mark with the demon face, but like the key shtick, but
But with the demon face instead of eyes.
yeah.
The Knicks should be looking at it, not the
Yeah,
Spurs.
they want to take on a bunch of criminals, right? Didn't he beat a woman?
Nathan Knight on a
Yeah,
two-way
he-
contract to the
yeah,
Teen
I-
Wolves. This is
he's a
breaking
big
news.
piece of shit for sure.
Yeah, there's
he-
some
he beat a
character
woman.
there. That's basically what would not put him on the Spurs, right? Like they wouldn't take someone like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing, and like, I know we're not being serious, but if I could just shit on him for real quick,
Go ahead.
Do it.
Do
He,
it. Do it.
he like beat his girlfriend, and then he didn't get drafted, and that was pretty much the reason he didn't get drafted, because it was just such a shitty thing, and he wasn't a good enough person for people to overlook that, like good enough player, right? And then he had the audacity to do an interview last year where he's like, yeah, I got overlooked. People think I wasn't talented. It's like, no, you just were a piece of shit. You hit a woman. Like everybody knew you were good at basketball. You're just a piece of shit human being. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not down for him on any team. He should be looking at the penitentiary, not even at the NBA.
He even lost a spot in the bubble. I remember
He did.
Project and such, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, not good character, and then now he's just losing his spot in the starting lineup, so it's not looking good for him. But somebody's probably gonna pay him something because he can score
What's
basketball.
that
Yeah,
loser
he
ass
deserves
tweet on my screen,
Greg
Ty?
Hardy.
I mean,
I was just looking to see what it was because I again haven't blocked, but what?
Your mistake was trusting Pafo. How? What?
he's trying to put
Be
out his hot
confounded
takes
by
That's-
trying to
that's
justify their
Twitter.
failures. What failures? Like we're shedding all of our old guys. We're doing what all of them want. Well, I guess we're not doing what all of them want, but we're doing the smart thing and doing the complete rebuild. A lot of them said
Shock,
either do a complete rebuild or build around DeMar, one or the other. It's like we're doing one, you dumbass. Like, what do you want from me?
What is?
Yeah, he's the shock jock for sure.
Listen, it's Twitter hot takes. They're everywhere. Some people just do jokes. Some people do hot takes. Be like that.
Nick, what do you know about... Not Nick, Noah, what do you know about Nathan Knight?
Why didn't you ask
Nathan
me?
Knight, the former Atlanta Hawk.
Looks like it, because he signed a two-way with the T-Wolves.
Oh, well, congrats for them. I don't think it does much, but he's fine, I guess.
I got it.
Didn't
I
you
got
ask
to
me
announce
to
it.
die?
We're in... Well,
Shout out
do
Syracuse.
you, do you know anything about Nathan Knight?
No, but you didn't ask, you asshole.
Sorry, I
Why do you
assumed there.
follow
I made an
Josh
ass out of you
Beverly?
and me there. I'm
Just
so
a
sorry.
Fucking walking L, dude.
I'm hurt. See, Noah, this is what happens to me.
What?
You get bullied?
Yeah.
I'm bullying you for following Josh Everly. He's a clown. What are you
Tim
doing?
George, you were right. There are a lot of people out there on Twitter
Like,
that are
shit.
just plain negative.
I gotta keep track of what
voices.
he's saying, man.
I
gotta keep
feel
track.
what you mean.
I keep track of it without following him.
You know, but people are allowed to say whatever they want on Twitter. It's whatever.
Also, I think
he's
I've been
Yeah.
perpetrating straight up lies and has been for the past couple of
I
years.
know.
So.
I've been.
Yeah,
but the problem is I've
I
been
follow
following
him
Everly
too.
for like half a decade now. Like both him and I have followed each other for a long time.
Who?
Oh, wow.
You and Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same here. Yeah, we both follow each other. I'm fine with him. I've talked to him in green room before. He seems to be sort of like ADQ-esque, where he has really hot takes on the timeline, but then he goes to green room and it's like, it's just another dude. He's not trying to stir up anything, so I don't know.
I like hot takes. I don't mind
Yeah,
hot takes.
but like
It
a
can be
lot of
fun.
his takes recently have been like, they should have accepted the Brandon Ingram Lonzo Ball trade, like us with Kawhi, and then shitting all over Pop, like.
DeMar DeRozan, go to the Bulls!
Yeah, let's go!
Woo, 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 woo!
Chris Haynes.
Chris Haynes,
bomb.
break the news.
Is it
So,
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris
wow.
Haynes. Chris Haynes tweeted out, that's not a fake Chris Haynes. That is the checkmark Chris Haynes.
so,
Nice.
ooh, whew.
But, I mean, we're
Oh,
not
thank
crazy.
God, I can't be pissed off
That means
anymore.
It's a sign-in trade, right? Because I don't know unless he just signs for the minimum, which I
MLE, something like that. No, I doubt it.
I doubt it. If he was gonna sign with the MLE, he would have gone to the Lakers or Clippers, dude.
Listen,
Right?
I love. Yeah, I had assumed so too because they'd have
Oh,
already
he's
so much
gone.
in cap, but they're big players. But I
Thank
love
God I was
that-
streaming. I knew I was. This was good timing to be on stream.
If
Everyone.
you're gonna clip it, you have to cut out me shit talking.
I love that I can just cheer for DeMar without having to cheer for
I
whether it be
know,
the Lakers or
dude.
number 2. So
I've gone to the Clippers, oh, to
Spurs
kill myself.
Reddit. Spurs Reddit with the tweet of the night.
Amazing.
We did it, Joe.
That one's pretty funny.
I love that picture. I think that meme.
I kind of got to retweet that one. That was just funny.
Listen, let's look at DeMar on the Bulls, right? Lonzo,
My
Levine,
lord.
the 3. We got Vucevic. Who's their 4? Pat Patrick Williams.
Yeah, I would assume
Sure.
so.
Yeah, like
Thaddeus
that.
Young. If
I
he
think
stays
that
with them,
team's
I like Thaddeus Young.
making the play-in and possibly getting into because they got Kobe White, good scorer off the bench. Alex Caruso, good hustle guy, defense. I like the situation DeMar's in over there.
All right, let's see. So we're gonna stay on here. I'm gonna tweet this out real quick.
Good for DeMar, man. Hopefully it's not too
The
much.
San Antonio Spurs are finalizing sending DeMar DeRozan to the Bulls for Thad Young, a future first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks.
I think they
Woo!
want to sign
Where's that?
Shams.
Shams. Official.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
a good haul because that means if we want Laurie, we can still just sign him.
I thought they oh no, he's a restrictor, so they or did they not extend the qualifying offer? I don't.
I don't think they can.
All right, I'll catch you boys later. I got it right now.
All right, go
All
right.
right, buddy.
Get
Have
out
I
of here.
know, can't wait to
Love
read.
y'all.
See you. Love you too. All right, that was Noah McGraw
Yo,
George.
we
go
got
follow
Thad
him.
and a first in 2 seconds.
Dude, I
That's
actually wanted
really-
Thad. I
that's
wanted
really
Thad.
Good.
Some draft
So
capital.
what is Thad Young's? Let's look at it. Where's Spot Track? What is?
All
Thad
right,
Young's
going to Thad
contract?
Young. Thad Young is a new addition to the Spurs. Let's give a rundown of Thaddeus Young. 6'8" power forward. Ooh, he's actually going to be the oldest person on the roster now at 33.
Okay.
Let me look at his contract because I'm actually kind of curious.
He is making 14 million.
All right, that's
this
not
year.
bad. That's not bad.
He's unrestricted. He's an expiring, pretty much. It's expiring.
Oh, and expiring.
Yeah, we
Wait,
got an
hey,
expiring.
Hi, scroll down. Scroll down.
Whoa.
Scroll down where?
To what? Go up. Go up. What's he say? That's a chunk of change. Hell yeah, it is.
3-year, 85
mil.
Ooh.
That's almost 30 mil a year, dude. Oh my god.
So the Spurs got a few. So we got 2 future firsts and 2 future seconds and a future first.
It better be unprotected future first.
Oh, I hope so.
Man, that's still you.
It
So
won't
you.
matter because they're going to be a good team.
Yeah. But you can
But
always
still-
trade that first as like a possibility thing. You know what I mean? Asset management and all that. You know this.
I'm just saying another 29th pick is not that bad.
We're good at choosing.
I know. That's what I'm meaning.
Yeah, you're right, Ty. You're right. So, I'm pretty sure Thad Young's contract is guaranteed. His whole.
So yeah, it's
whole
a guarantee. So it's a guaranteed 14.1 million,
Yeah.
but it's expiring. So
Yep. So you can always trade that for cash space if you.
yeah, you can always trade that
really
team,
need
and contenders will definitely take that somewhere. But he's a 6'8" power forward, makes him the oldest man on the roster at this point. Former number 12th overall pick in 2007. Per game, looking at the per game stats in Chicago, 12.1 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 4.3 assists. Holy
He also
shit!
only has 1 more year, so he's
Yeah.
a free agent next year.
Yeah, I know. That's what we were saying. That's what we were saying.
I honestly don't know if he's staying. He could be rerouted.
Yeah, he could, but
I feel like he might be, but I don't know where. But there could be options.
Also-
you could bet.
for a power forward, 1.1 steals per game, and he averages like over a steal a game too in his career.
To Samrod in the chat, does this mean no Laurie? No, there's still
No.
possibility they can
There's
sign
still
Laurie.
there's still space.
Yeah, there's space for him, especially
They
since he
still
wouldn't
do
be-
the max on Collins.
I don't think so.
And I
but-
think that's why I think he's getting rerouted. IMO. I
Also-
think that Young's getting rerouted. So
I'm stupid. You're
go ahead,
smart.
Ty. You're saying?
Hold on. So wait, let me find this tweet. It was on the timeline. Shit, where'd it go?
Jake
Um,
is like, get Thad Young off my team. He probably will be off the team soon. I'm assuming he's being
The
rerouted.
first is in 2025.
Is,
Alright.
is that what it says?
Because they traded this year's 2023s for Vucevic, so
Yeah. You'd have to assume.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
2025 down the road. Maybe they'll
Hold
suck
on.
by them. Thad Young's deal is only partially guaranteed for 6 mil this year.
Man, Spotrac did not have that. That is wild. I can't believe it didn't have a partially guarantee. That's
Oh, is it only partially guaranteed?
you could definitely, yeah, you could definitely send him somewhere. It's only
Ryan
part-
Wright fucking killed it this
So that tweet that I was showing, it was
free agency.
Adam Sandler talking to the guy. It's like, I'm stupid. You're
I saw
right.
that.
So-
That's more than we would have gotten at the fucking trade deadline. I
So-
guarantee it.
So according to Paul Garcia, his cap sheet rough estimate looks like the Spurs have around 16.3 million in cap space left over.
That's why I
we
think
can
he's
get
getting
Laurie.
rerouted.
Oreo.
Listen, also, Nick, it's not. Apparently, Chicago fully guaranteed that Young's
Oh,
14 million for this season. So apparently
Damn.
yeah.
So-
it's fully 14.
First
So-
off, the winners of free agency have to be the Bulls.
Yeah, for sure. Lonzo, DeMar. I like it. I know there's another one, but I'm forgetting.
Man, yeah, like I said, I'll run it down the roster for DeRozan because I'm sure we all love DeRozan and we all want to see him succeed. Starting lineups what? Lonzo, Lonzo, Levine, DeMar, Patrick Williams, Vucevic off the bench, Kobe White, Alex Caruso. I don't necessarily know their other the rest of the lineup, but let's see it. I just know that's 7. That's their top 7 most likely. Let's see, they got Farouk Aminu as a decent, I guess, backup big vet experience. Oh, they definitely never. I wonder what's happening with Denzel Valentine. That dude has had
He
the
sucks
worst
ass,
slander.
bro.
Yeah, he is not. Denzel Valentine's fallen off.
Yeah, he went 14, right? That's crazy.
All right, Joey, you're in charge.
We
You're in charge of the
we
chat.
can fucking cheer for DeMar now because he'll be in the East. Like,
Yes.
We can still
Yeah.
cheer for him, I mean.
Yeah, that's what
That's exciting.
I think that team's gonna be good for the next few years, at least. Hopefully they suck by the time our pick comes in. But yeah, that team making it into the playoffs. I don't know if they're competing with the Bucks or and stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how the team shapes
So
up.
first off, remember how I was like dreading possibly re-sign DeMar last night? I am so elated.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy right now.
We're
And
all happy.
I tweeted, I'm so sad and so happy. Like, I'm sad because DeMar was like, I loved him.
Look, as people, all the Spurs are fucking beautiful.
Tyler Conway
But-
with an ignorant tweet. Chicago Bulls, I have a 2015 Jeep Wrangler with 173,000 miles, asking price like $175,000. Like,
Man,
shut the
fuck
fuck
that.
up. Tyler Conway's a clown, though.
he is.
What is chat saying? Minu added in the trade? I forgot.
Oh.
Wait, so what?
Oh, I don't like that.
Ty, are you seeing anything?
Uh,
Oh, there it is. Woj, the Woj.
Ah, fuck.
Dad Young, Farouk Aminu, and picks in the deal. So we're getting the Minu.
That's more money. That's another 15 mil.
That's the 28.
Fuck.
Oh, we're tanking then.
That's the
Oh,
28.
shit. It's all
they're,
gone?
they're both expiring.
But yeah, luckily they're both expiring. But fuck,
Yeah, they're
I do
both
not like.
14. Dad Young at 14, Farouk Aminu at 10 million. They're both expiring.
We could have used Aminu a few years ago, to be honest.
I think they're both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're both.
I'm surprised that Laurie was not in that deal, though. I'm really, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I would have thought Laurie Marketing would have been in it, and was this the better offer?
Oh wait,
What?
it's a player option for Aminu. So Aminu could decline that player option.
He could decline it, but is he?
I don't think so.
It's
I mean,
10
unless he
million.
wants to go get a free chip with the Nets or Lakers, you know.
He could. Maybe he plans to. That's why they took him.
I'd like that would make sense, but wouldn't he have to
Possibility.
decline it? Like I don't know.
Wait, he may have accepted it. I may be mistaken. I'm looking at.
He might have accepted it already. I feel like that had to have been before.
Yeah, I feel like he had to accept it.
Nick's right. This is if they don't trade these guys away, they just straight up keep them. It sounds like a tanky season to me.
I'm not sure. I'm
Ready,
trying.
bro. I'm
trying to-
fucking ready.
Or
I
Bachero.
I would
Dude,
assume.
the Bulls are gonna be so fun, dude. Lonzo, Levine, DeMar, Vucevic. I mean, you have Patrick Williams. You have the short cracker from LA. Like,
Yeah, like
they're
Caruso.
gonna be fun, dude. I forgot his name, honestly.
Kobe White and Caruso as the backcourt off the bench. I like that because defense and scoring and
Yeah. Tom
I
Petrini
like-
says, I don't think they're done making moves either. So we'll see what happens.
Wait, who said that?
At that,
Tom Petrini.
okay.
I believe him.
I trust
believe
Tom.
him.
Yeah, Tom's the most trusted Tom.
Because especially if you can move both of them to get someone else.
Listen, I don't know. Yeah, it should be fun too because that's a
The Bulls
sounds like
are
a
si-
good team on paper, but we'll see how
All right,
it actually works
we
out.
got an update on the picks, and this may not be new news. I'm just reading it. Bulls are sending a future first round that will convey no sooner than 2025. The Bulls will also be sending next year's second round pick via the Lakers and their own 2025 second round pick. So Spurs have 4 picks in 2025 at the least.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Let's see what chat's laughing at Nick's joke about the shirt cracker.
Wait, but he could be waived and stretched. Leaves the Spurs with $6 million. They could have signed Patty. Shut up.
Let's see. What is
little
chat? How we feeling? Chat? How we feel?
Chat.
We're excited. We're here. Us talking. We're excited about this because we love DeMar. This is a good situation for both.
I'll
He's
see you
out
guys
to the
around.
Blazers. Who gives a shit?
Ladies, guys.
Are
See
you
ya.
going, Frank? Bye, buddy.
He's got an appointment.
Yeah, I gotta do my thing.
Bye, Frank. Somebody, according to a guy on YouTube, Alex Capelli says, Casey Vieira's tweet, OKC and San Antonio are the only teams left with more than 20 mil cap space, but neither are indicating any interest for Collins.
Well, so that 20 cap space kind of went out the window.
Yeah, which I don't know.
Why is Max so
Like,
excited about Aminu?
Well, both him and I kind of wanted Aminu a few years ago in like the trade in the buyout market.
I wanted that young a few years ago too. Those are two players that people wanted a few years ago, but I don't know about to this year. So
Are people really upset that they didn't get Laurie, even though they just got a first round pick out of DeMar?
I think us getting Laurie means that we like Luca. Luka
Uh,
stays, bitch.
Cap space is down
Listen,
to so after Aminu, Spurs still have about 4.3 in cap space, according to Paul Garcia.
Luka season, right, guys? Y'all are two of the most up there in terms of going for Luka, and
You're talking to the leader of the Luka fan club, bro.
exactly. So like,
it's in his
this
profile.
couldn't have made y'all more happy.
I'm so fucking excited.
Casey Vieira, I don't know how much his tweets can be trusted. He kind of just does his own thing, but he is a grad in journalism and such. Says that that young probably wouldn't be the destination. I don't know. It doesn't have a check mark, so I don't know how much.
So the Spurs would not be done signing because they still have their two-way contracts that they have to sign. KBD qualifying offer is still out there too, so we're not sure yet. I could see the Spurs trading Aminu and Thaddeus to OKC as filler for cash considerations.
Let us see.
Tony Snell going to the Blazers in a 1-year deal.
Tony Snell, shout out Tony Snell.
You guys
Love his stat lines.
Aaron,
You guys-
if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know you wanted to compete, but we can't compete with just DeMar. It ain't happening. So
Yeah.
I know you don't like tanking, but tell you what, I fucking love tanking.
Jordan Spurs on Twitch. So we should be done signing, right? Question mark.
No, and I already answered
I
that
would
one.
say no. Yeah, like in general. So no. I think you
Espe-
answered
again-
that. Yeah, we still have two ways, but I think he means in a more grander scheme of like maybe these guys are rerouted, but I don't know. Where maybe OKC because they're always taking on expirings.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with Aminu
Damn.
and
Aminu's per last year was 20. That's a pretty good stat right there.
Let's give a breakdown of Al Farouk Aminu real quick. He becomes the second oldest guy on the roster at 30 years old. Actually, I did not realize he was only 30. That's not that bad. Another power forward at 6'8". He actually went to Wake Forest too, from Georgia. Former number 8 overall pick. Spurs have so many like former lottery picks. Let's go. In his 6 games with Chicago last season, he split time between Orlando and Chicago. Only played 23 games in total. I'm sorry, I thought I saw someone on the timeline. He averaged 4.4 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 1.3 assists, on 38% shooting, on like 4.3 attempts. So not that much. So it's pretty much a role player.
I doubt they're gonna be getting big minutes. I think if we are keeping them, I think we all know what's coming. It's young guy season. We're seeing Luka get 20 minutes a game, maybe 25.
Who was the guy? I'm trying to think. There was a guy on the roster. Was it Cunningham that I'm thinking of?
What? Dante Cunningham. Shout out Dante Cunningham.
Dude, Alfred Aminu is about to be our next Dante Cunningham. I'm calling it.
Is he gonna play really good against the Bulls?
The
like
Pelicans.
Cunningham did against the
Oh, yeah.
Pelicans. Yeah.
Did
Hey,
he drop
remember
like
that?
27 on the Pelicans or something?
Oh my god.
24?
Man. Yeah, he did. He dropped something 20 plus. That was good times. Good times. Shout out Dante Cunningham and Quincy Pondexter.
Oh my god. Quincy Pondexter was kind of annoying after he left.
But he's still a Spurs guy apparently. On Twitter and social media, he's always one to defend Pop and the Spurs and such. I think I remember him in the Twitter Spaces, like in the chat, saying he something good about the Spurs. So good, cool. Also, Brandon Paul comes here often. I don't know if y'all remember Brandon Paul.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
His
I
squad
remember
number 3.
Brandon
Yeah, he
Dude.
comes here often, I guess. He
You
was
know,
here
and
in Cancun recently.
An interesting fact about Dante Cunningham that I found when I followed him on Instagram and looked through a bunch of his shit. He's an avid hunter and he owns like 2 massive RVs. And like he's like a fucking redneck.
Who? Brandon Paul?
No, Dante Cunningham.
Oh, Dante Cunningham. Nah, I feel like I see that.
It's funny.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Oh, I'm
You
out
do
of
think-
sunflower
the
seeds.
more you know, the more you know.
So I think it's definitely we're going to have to keep an eye on just what happens with. I think Thaddeus would stay, but I think he's a bench piece.
I'm sure they all stay. I'm sure they all stay unless they somehow both get rerouted to different teams like that to OKC. I don't know. I guess Aminu to the Knicks. I don't know. People
feel
with
like-
cap space.
I feel like since if the Spurs aren't going to get Laurie, I think Thaddeus would not be a bad addition to keep on the team. I'm just kind of curious where Aminu goes with that contract.
This just all means we're starting Luka, 100%.
You know what this also means? Hear me out. Brian Wright is a genius. Not really, but he's playing the long game if we have a 2025 first round pick. And I
Yeah,
mean
that's
the
a big one.
long game, dude. I'm
Picks
thinking-
that far in advance are better, way better, because most of the time when you do trades like that, the other team is better for quick. So
Yeah, and then they'll suck in like 4
yeah,
years.
exactly. Like the Pelicans Lakers picks. Like sure, in a couple years out of they might be
Yeah.
looking good.
Dude, in 4 years, the Bulls will have lost out on 2 of their first round picks. We'll be the third. Lonzo won't be under contract anymore. Zach LaVine won't. Vucevic won't. Who else? DeMar won't. Like, they might suck major ass. So that'd be nice.
We ain't trading that pick though, according to Tim. Yeah, I don't think we're trading.
DeMar
the
DeRozan's 85 mil is fully guaranteed. Damn. That's
That
probably
was-
how they lured him over there.
That was kind of, honestly, I was assuming that. Because he's only 31. So I was kind of assuming that anyway.
Oh yeah, how many? Oh yeah, okay. So chat was talking about how many wins does Pop need to get the record. Somebody said
Well-
30, and then somebody else said 26. Around, I think it was around that. I remember it being like more than 20, until Pop
Oh,
got
I
the
thought it
record.
was 12.
Both Aminu and Thaddeus are on
I'm
expiring, Jordan.
Pretty sure it was more than 20. We can look it up though. Let's see. NBA winningness.
The cool thing about this season is if we, like, getting the record for Pop will still have us the worst record in the league probably.
Yeah.
So we can still get that #1 pick, baby.
I'm looking it up right now.
Also, is Spurs like Damien tweeted out, Spurs running it back with cap space next year too? Because again, these are both expiring contracts.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah, of
have
course.
28 mil next year, right? 26.
And also, again, these are two guys, especially Thaddeus, that could be pieces to a contender if they're desperate to get some pieces.
Yeah,
so,
they'll probably get traded. The hope is to trade them before the trade deadline to get some picks, some assets. You know, so that'd be great. Expiring vet experience, anything. Also, 26 wins, 25, and Pop ties the record. 26, and he beats Don Nelson for the most wins by coaching a regular season in the NBA.
So
The
we
Bull-
might
the
it
Bull-
might take us 2 seasons.
the Bulls gave up more to get DeMar than the Heat did to get Lowry.
Wow.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
I'm gonna make a Photoshop edit. So be
Yeah. We'll re-chat, see what happens. Chat, what's going on?
shit. That may be the wrong
Well,
count.
26
For some reason, it
wins,
logged
we
me out of
would've
all my
been
Adobe
six
counts. I
for
don't know why.
Odds in lottery. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's talent in the NBA. I don't think you need to get 10 to 20 wins or 10 to 15. I think if you have around 20 to 30, you should be in the top 7, top 8. And those are good players. Those are great players right there. So I'd be happy with that. I know Nick would too, because we all want Pachero, but even if it's a top 8 pick,
A
that's still
top.
great.
I think with this roster, like, I wouldn't rule out us getting like almost guaranteed top 4 pick. We're gonna be bad. Because
listen-
look at like we are worse, I think, with this roster than the Raptors were last season with all their injuries, and they got a top 4 pick because they were in that range. I think we're gonna be a bad team this year, but I'm excited still.
I still think they actually do better than people expect. That's just my.
I mean, I'm sure they'll win 20 games. That'd still be a top 5 because that's, that it's just there's so much talent in the NBA that it's not like how it used to be where I think the Sixers were winning 8 games, 10 games. So, and also, even if you win like 20, you still have a chance to get the #1 pick because of the new lottery odds. So there's that. Let's see. I mean, but Ty, you probably think we have a chance to play in. I think I got in John Collins maybe, but I don't know.
So just again, looking at how that Spurs young team played against the Phoenix Suns without like DeMar and stuff, they did really well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I think it may be better than I think it might be better overall. But I don't know. But again, I have more high hopes for the team than I think most people.
What are we thinking starting lineup? Assuming everything stays the same except just put in
DeJounte,
Luka.
Derek, Keldon, Luka,
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking.
I think that's what it has to be, right? I don't think
yeah.
like we can't start bad, dude. Like over
Luka's probably the best defending forward on the team. I think he's even a
Yeah.
better defender than Keldon.
Oh, I mean, well, maybe Keldon's like extremely underrated on man defense. He's so good one-on-one.
But he does get lost a lot on team defense.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
those mental mistakes. I see that a lot, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, it'll come eventually because Pop likes to look like Lonnie got better, DeJounte got better because they weren't defenders coming out of college. So, and Pop really instilled team defense on them. So I'm assuming Keldon will get better too. It's but yeah, I can't wait to finally see Luka get some heavy minutes. It's exciting because I believe in the development. I know y'all do because y'all are the fan base, like the number one, like the club. But I just want him to show it to other people that he has developed because I believe in him too. So we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after he did that one stop on Rando, I just knew he was the guy. I was like, "You're that guy, pal. You're that guy.
You're that guy, pal.
That guy." Shout out to Luka for just stopping Rando that one time. Let's see,
Nick, you're gonna love the edit I'm about to do.
Chat. Lonnie's not starting next season, Mr. Potato, Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Like I think he has an opportunity to do it.
I don't think so. I think they'll start. They don't want to be small again, like how they were with DeMar. And unless they take out one of DeJounte one of Derek and Keldon, because I think DeJounte starts, and I think DeJounte and Jakob are for sure the starters. Maybe Keldon, but you could always argue Keldon to the bench and Lonnie started, but I would start Keldon. IMO. Let's see what is.
Oh, I got stream beats on, so.
Oh, okay. On YouTube, Juan C saying y'all are sleeping on Thad. I mean, listen.
Oh, I am. I think that's gonna be awesome.
I hope I am. I hope he comes out and he's actually a really good bench piece if he stays. 'Cause that would be nice. And also that would be able to trade him at the deadline for a good first round pick maybe if he does have good bench role.
What?
Hey Ty, remember, on that podcast we did for the draft, I was like, I think we're gonna do a full reset, start a new timeline. People were like, well, especially on Twitter, they're like, oh, we'll see. I don't know. The timeline got reset.
Here we go.
I'm so excited, man.
Hold on. I'm doing this edit.
Dude, all those fucking casual Spurs fans got to throw away their DeMar jerseys now, bro. They're gonna be walking around with like they had Kawhi jerseys on.
Dude, I'm hoping someone does. I'm hoping like someone does take the 10 jersey just so I can like edit it with duct tape. In the end, if I need to.
Protected first round pick. I wonder how protected.
I guess like top 4 protected.
Hopefully it's a top 3 protected.
You know what? I'm gonna send this to you privately because I think you would do best with this tweet, with this edit.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna send. I just did an edit on. I'm gonna send it to you on DMs.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab a quick shower after I see this, and then I'm gonna come back and be on.
All right, send it to you.
Do you want me to post it?
Yes.
All right, I'll post it.
I think that one is perfect for you.
Oh yeah, I'll post it.
The first pick. Wait, never mind. That's Orlando. The Orlando one's like top 4 protected, so I'm assuming the pick would be like top 4.
All right.
Did you tweet it?
Oh yeah. Send it to the Luka.
Demon time draws too close. Love that tweet. Samrod on Twitch. How does Derek White fit the new timeline? Well, in a way he does and doesn't. He is a great asset, and if you would like to trade him, you can, because there are people who need a smart 3-level scorer and can really shoot that thing. So I'd still want him on the team because he's 27, but
He's
like
also
that's
our
not
best player.
Yeah, that's not that crazy. Like, it's not like we're gonna be tanking for 5 years. Maybe.
Holy shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Audibly, I had to say holy shit.
Yeah.
The Lakers lineup next year,
Uh-huh.
37, 36, 36, 36,
My
35,
lord.
33, 32,
Yeah.
32. 32, Russell Westbrook is one of their youngest players.
Yeah, and
That's fucking insane.
they Malik Monk's what, like 26 or something? I'm just assuming. Let me see.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting thought. Spurs punting their cap space until 2022. Julius Randle time, question mark. Hey,
Oh shit, Thaddeus wore 21 in Chicago. What he's gonna wear now?
get fucked, stupid. Give him 2. Give him number 2.
Give him 2.
Malik, yeah, give him number 2. That would be funny. Malik Monk, 23, the youngest player on the Lakers roster right now, and because they haven't re-signed THT, so we don't know what's gonna happen with him. I hope somebody takes him away. Lucky.
Their youngest player is 5 years older than our youngest player.
My lord.
Nice. I like that.
Excuse
Their
me.
youngest player is like older than a bunch of our team. Let's go.
Let's see. What is the
I think.
Sam Ron on Twitch. No to Randall. Randall's really good. I know he had a bad playoffs with the Knicks. I just think that was mostly because no one else could help him. No one else was scoring, so he had no one to like help. No second option. It was just D Rose, and sometimes not Reggie Bullock, but the someone Alec. I think I was Alec Burks who was helping. Randall's pretty good. Like I wouldn't mind him.
Yo, Thunder, Aminu for a 2nd round pick. Holla. From Eric B.
Pierre on YouTube. Timelines are overrated. Not everyone needs to be on the same age. You need a mix. I agree. I definitely agree. I think you can still keep Derek, and timeline's still looking good. Like, I mean, I don't expect a championship in
honestly,
the next 5 years. It takes a while.
If you could get a veteran for the squad, Thaddeus Young is one of those perfect vets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I just saw someone say, "Oh, I don't think they were a fan of us." They said something along the lines of like, they didn't sign enough good people. They'll probably end up with the 12th pick next year. If we get the 12th pick next year, we'll have vastly outperformed metrics that like projection, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If we get the 12th pick next year, that means we'll have won well over 35 games. Like, because we won 32 or 33 this year in a shortened season and got the 12th pick, man.
Agree.
I still think they win more. That's what I'm just saying.
Peter, is Pop gonna retire? That's on YouTube.
If he gets a gold, I'm calling it.
Listen, I thought the same thing, and just because it has 1 year on his contract, it doesn't mean he has to come back. I think he can just retire straight up, but I don't know. With Pop, you really never know. He could just come back.
One person is like, and it's a protected first. You all crazy to think this is a good deal. Every team fucking puts protections on their picks at this point. It's nothing new.
It's like a top 3 protected. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else is chat saying?
I'm just kind of I'm trying to keep up with Twitter after I had to do that edit.
Yeah. I'll reach out. I feel like we still need a good big man on Twitch.
I don't know, Luka, man.
I mean, we have Luka. He's probably the best. I mean, well,
we have Luka. We have Luka and Thad now. So that's like your big man depth. I honestly don't. I seriously have no idea where Aminu.
Zach Collins. Hopefully, if he works out, he's great. He's really talented, and we all know.
Thadjic Johnson. I love it.
I love it. Let's see. El Capitan on Twitch wanted Collins or Laurie so bad, but it is what it is. Embrace the take. I agree. It is what it is. Brian Wright has the direction he feels like the Spurs should be going in. Getting assets, letting the young players that the Spurs drafted play, so we can see what they are capable of and how good the development has been going. So yeah, there is a direction, and if they do make it close to around the 10th seed for a play-in, that's great. As I said, I think before that would be a great kind of what's the word, like they would have developed good.
So, like, I've been saying this for a while. It's a win-win season going up. It's a win. Mm-hmm. First off, you have the ultimate win of development. You're gonna have your guys playing a lot of minutes, and you don't got any of those vets that were really hampering minutes from them anymore. You don't have Rudy Gay. You don't have Patty Mills. You don't have DeMar DeRozan anymore. Your young guys are going to be the face of this team. It's now the win-win comes in terms of say that they're successful and they do really well because the young guys to show off and show up actually what they're made of. Suddenly you're probably in the playoffs. Yeah, you're not a contender yet, but man, you probably have a really good squad that is going to get some playoff minutes or at least a play-in. And say that they don't do well, then you get a top 5. You get some sort of top pick. But luckily, in the end, you're getting development across all of them. So it's a win-win no matter what happens. Are we going to get someone with the rest of the cap space? I would assume some filler. There was some Greek guy that Noah mentioned that could possibly use some filler. So I think some filler is coming around, but Spurs, all they can do is keep it open.
I would love a filler from the summer league team. Someone maybe Scal or this is WCU. So something. But yeah, I mean they're the top 3 picks next year. What are they looking like? It's Bachero from Seattle, Chet Holmgren, who I think is gonna be playing on Gonzaga. And the Wembaye, right? The guy, the French guy. So those are 3 great prospects. Really can't go wrong.
We'll have Noah talk about them because I know.
Yeah, exactly. None of us know too much. I just know Chet Holmgren is gonna get he's gonna be food at Gonzaga. His first year isn't gonna be looking too good. But that's IMO because I haven't seen him recently. I don't know if he put on the weight yet. But we'll see. I mean, $100 says that if Luka Garza was still in college, he would literally get 30 on Chet Holmgren, 100%. But that's just because Luka Garza would be
so.
like 24.
But overall, this is now this is not A+. I don't think it's an A+ offseason, but man, this is a really solid. Like you can't say that you can't like B+, maybe A-, maybe A-, if depending on your outlook of some of these guys and what your views on the draft pick, but like A- at the highest, but solid offseason. You have the Spurs have decided where they're going to go. That's perfect. I think that's a great. They've established an identity that they're going to go with now, and now you add on that you got some solid addition pieces to play along these guys that don't need the ball. They're not DeRozan or Rudy Gay in terms of they need the ball in their hand, and they're going to still help your team at least be successful in some sort of way. So we have, like Jordan said, we have direction. That's what I like here.
Pierre on YouTube says Devin Vassell should start. I would love that. I don't think it's time yet. I think he will. I think definitely will in the next 2 years. I think one of DeJounte and Derek, I think it most likely Derek would be heading to the bench to be kind of the point off the bench, and Vassell would start next to DeJounte and Keldon. I think that's what it's looking like. But because I think if let me see. In terms of prospects, like Primo's still a long way if he's ever going to start. So, yeah, Vassell would be the likely option to start in the next few years, if it happens. So, where is... Yeah, Alex on YouTube, top 10 pick is the goal. But yeah, Brian Wright wants versatile players, and there's a lot in next year's draft. Kashka G on YouTube, with this move, does the McDermott signing at 14 mil make less sense? No, because he's a shooter. He is a good vet that could still be for the young guys. You know,
I talked about it. Doug McDermott is a scorer in this league, one of the best shooters at the moment, just off the floor in general. Aminu doesn't really make any sense. I said this; it just doesn't really make any sense where his placement with the roster would be. But it's an expiring contract. You're probably able to trade that off if you really want to. But it makes you're at least going to have McBuckets coming off the bench.
Yeah, he'll provide some great bench experience, as Ty said, and it just 3 years. It's not like it's crazy because if they do get a top 10 pick. Hopefully a top 5 pick next year. It's not, it'll be a great pick, and it's not like they're gonna keep trying to get top 5 picks. I think they're just maybe trying to get it one time, get the guy they want, and then they really go in for the play, and then Doug McBuckets would help. And if Zach Collins is really that healthy and shows off the promise that he showed off, I think the year after they'll be pretty good to possibly around 8 or 7 to 10 like they were this year. PJ Hoops on YouTube. Bulls defensively will be trash. They did get Lonzo, Pat Will. They're both pretty good on defense in the starting lineup. Vooch, Levine, DeMar, not so much. But off the bench, you do got Caruso, who's a good defensive guard. So they do got some defenders, but you are right. They're mostly going to be hoping to outscore the other team. Let's see. Schmuckful on YouTube. I think they might buy out Aminu and Young. Don't see where they fit. I think they trade them at the deadline.
I think
they're expiring. That's what you do with expiring.
I would not.
Them at the deadline.
Or you wait.
Can.
Honestly, I would not mind waiving Aminu, just kind of stretching that contract.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You wouldn't stretch that contract. You absorb that contract since it's expiring. I kind of found this out this season with the LMA. Since it is an expiring deal, if you buy out on it, it's only $10 million.
Yeah. It's literally just gonna buy it out, let them go to a team for a chip.
Go somewhere else. Like you absorb that $10 million into your cap, but it doesn't affect you in the long run, and also you don't have to deal with the player on the roster. So I think that's not a bad way. I'm gonna tweet that out.
Buying them out is probably the more likely scenario. I only say trade them because there could be a player that eventually is available towards the trade deadline that the Spurs probably were waiting for. But that's those multiple options. I think buying out definitely is, as Ty said, and someone in the chat said that would be the good option. Put him as for vet experience on a good team somewhere. How Mr. Potato Bacon Egg and Cheese? How do y'all feel about Patty and the Nets title host next season? I mean, if the Nets are healthy, like they weren't healthy this year. Really, they had like half of Harden, and Kyrie got injured like 3 games into it. So it's if they're healthy, it's looking good for them to go to the finals. And now they got Patty, a good scorer off the bench, could be coacher guy too. They brought back Blake Griffin. I love that Patty's going for a ring. Love it. Can't wait to cheer on Patty Mills on the Nets. Let's see what else y'all saying. G Zama 99 bio doesn't make sense. Wait the year out. Listen, they have so many options. I personally think they all make sense, all the options. So we'll definitely see it. Alex, RP Coffee Gang on YouTube. Yep, RP Coffee Gang. Someone has to keep it going. I don't know who.
I think Drew. I think Drew's gonna do it. Drew's gonna copy.
Eubanks. Shout out Drew Eubanks, great coacher guy.
What do you think happens with Drew now? Because he's not fully guaranteed, and we're at 15. Do we still have 4 to 6 mil left?
I think he stays on.
Yeah, I think he stays.
I think I agree. People are kind of worried about it. I'm like, he's our 3rd string big now, right?
Yes, because behind Zach Collins.
So I think technically he'd be our second string at the start of the season, just with Zach Collins' injury. But
yeah, that's if he's not ready for training camp.
But also, I think there's going to be competition between him and Collins for that.
I think if Zach randomly comes back completely healthy, he could compete with Jakob for starting.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
He's that talented. Yeah, he's definitely that talented.
And I've been saying for a while that Jakob is the best 2nd string starter in the league and one of the worst 1st string centers
I
in the
only
league.
think he's a bad backup because of how he needs to get used to not foul. He was fouling a lot when he didn't understand when not to foul and stuff like that when he was a backup to Aldridge. As a starter, he was definitely a little bit better, but he still needs to learn on that end. Yeah, I mean, if Zach Collins is healthy, he really could be the starter. That's crazy. Well, to be fair, he could be the starting 4. Yak is the starting 5, and then you just put Yak to the bench like
Lucas starting 1. Let's go. I get my popcorn.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh, he got popcorn. He cooking popcorn? Shit.
He's ready for free agency.
He made popcorn a little too late, though.
Alex on YouTube. Drew is our hype guy and coffee gang leader since Patty left. Yep, I agree. That's exactly what Ty said. He is a great bench reaction guy, too. So, we need to have somebody who's on the bench just doing something, like, to make it fun. Yeah, that's fun.
So, depending on how the Spurs do it, the Spurs could have around, like, $68 million next year in cap, and, like, free cap.
Nice. I like that. Because I don't think they're extending Lonnie. I think both teams, I think we said it before, but both teams both camps, the Spurs and Lonnie's, are really gonna not find somewhere in the middle, because I think you just said it today where Lonnie wants to bet on himself, and I think the Spurs are okay with that because they also want to see what Lonnie is capable of. And then they'll just extend the qualifying offer and make him restricted if they want him back. So yeah, there's that. It would suck to see Lonnie go because he's really been hampered, some injuries, and also whether it be DeRozan, Patty, and Rudy just taking the ball away from him a lot. When dude's a hooper, man, he can get separation at will. IMO. Let's see. I'm reading chat.
But also, what this does tell me, Spurs are high on Luka. If they're not getting any of our young guys to go around him, I think they're high on him.
Listen, they scouted him for so long. I always thought he was gonna get extended with the Spurs. They scouted him for so long.
All right,
I didn't think it was gonna be a lot of money. What happened?
This is a great tweet. Your 2021-22 Los Angeles Spurs. How you do, fellow kids?
Love that. Love that meme always. 100%. I think it's from 30 Rock.
It is from 30 Rock.
Yeah. Steve Buscemi, right? Shout out to Steve Buscemi. I've seen clips of 30 Rock. Never seen the whole show, but heard it's pretty funny.
30 Rock's pretty funny. Like,
yeah.
NBC had like the GOAT lineup of sitcoms for a good bit, because they had Parks and Recs, The Office, 30 Rock, Community, and they had someone else. I'm missing. Chat, you can probably hit me up with what I'm missing.
Well, there's someone in chat who said, "Is Luka healthy yet? Didn't he have to get surgery?" He
no.
did for his hand, so that's the reason he's not playing summer league. He doesn't want to re-injure.
I'm not sure if he got surgery or not, but he's rehabbing it, and he played a little bit with Croatia, but not too much. But he's been working out, so I don't think the team want to do too much extensive stuff with him just yet. Just give him a full offseason to get his hand healthy.
Who?
Luka.
Lucas Samanic.
Oh, yeah.
Shamanic. See, I can say Shamanic. Correct.
Samanic. Yeah,
Samanic.
and easy on YouTube. Jakob is a backup. Condon and Collins to see him stay healthy for at least 30 games. That's a good point. Collins hasn't really been healthy for a lot of games, so I can see your point on that. I still think the talent's there, and he could really.
Oh, did y'all see that thing from Alex Stern?
No.
The Spurs have reportedly had interest in Kyle Kuzma this offseason and in previous years. As a cap space team, could they help facilitate a Nets-Wizards sign and trade? That would take in Kuzma, DeAndre Jordan plus draft compensation, and Thad Young would return to Brooklyn.
Listen, just because all these deals are said, right, they could always be changed later on, right? Like adding 3rd teams and 4th teams, all that. That's
send that one to me.
It's in our group chat, dude.
Oh, it is? Sorry, I mean, like... I'm trying to keep up with the notifications. It's too hard.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with chat right now. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, good show. Last season.
I thought Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, they got it recently, but it wasn't on. I'm trying to think of shows that were on the same time as like all of those shows I listed earlier.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is fantastic.
So we were talking like how NBC had kind of like had a GOAT lineup at one point with 30 Rock, 30 Rock, The Office, Parks and Rec, Community, and I think there was a 5th I'm missing.
I don't remember the show.
Yeah. I may be wrong.
But Nick, I might have to be added to that group chat.
Okay, I can add you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, get him.
Parks and Rec is the best show you mentioned. 30 Rock is the most underrated.
I've seen clips of 30 Rock. It definitely makes me want to go rewatch it, or watch the whole thing.
Funny, dude.
Yeah, it's on Peacock, I think. So I'll definitely go check it out.
Community is solid for the first 3 seasons of Community are some of the best.
Never seen The Office, Community, or Parks and Rec.
Bro, you got to go watch. Community's on.
I have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, How I Met Your Mother.
That's the best show ever. That's the best show ever.
How I Met Your
Mother's
Mother?
the best show ever. I fucking love that show, dude.
Yeah, it's a great
my
show.
comfort show.
Great show. Love that show. Ted is a great character. And J.C. Siegel.
He's the best.
He's the best. I've seen videos of him recently just out and about, and people are recording him, and he's just pretty much the J.C. Siegel on How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, he's pretty much Marshall in real life. It's crazy. But Psych, one of my favorite comedies, and I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nice.
Oh, shout out to Psych, James Roday from San Antonio. Went to Taft High School.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shout out to him. So yeah, I haven't seen like the main comedies, but some of the like the more underrated. I guess How I Met Your Mother was.
So
like
so in that deal that tweet that you mentioned, so instead of getting Thad, you get Kuzma at your 4. Not bad.
I think that's better than Thad.
Yeah, I mean
I
Kuzma
agree.
is
Side is
talented,
way
man.
younger.
Yes, potato, bacon, and egg and cheese. I'm just gonna say Mr. Potato. Psych is an amazing show. I agree.
We got 2 Johnsons on the roster. Let's go.
Man,
No, I mean, never mind.
I
I don't know. I don't know why he's saying it. I don't know why we had 2 Johnsons. My bad. I was misthinking.
But Kuzma would be great. I know, like Eric was talking about on Twitter, how RC has always been in contact with him and such. But he's just talented, and he can space the floor. His shot creation. He has a lot, and he was playing good defense this past season. I saw some Laker games, and he's actually doing really good. He was locking in the defense. I think if you just tell him to lock in, he'll lock in. He's definitely got it better. So.
All right, group. It's time for a giveaway. I'm giving away a DeMar DeRozan jersey. Sorry.
You have a DeMar jersey?
I do.
Don't give it away.
Why
It
don't
was
give it
great.
away?
I know. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Okay. But shout out to, I see the tweet for Kenny Beecham, King of the Fourth Quarter, who is a Chicago Bulls fan and is really excited for DeMar DeRozan. I'm excited for him. He's been waiting for the Bulls to be good again. I think they might be good this year.
They deserve it.
Yep, it's been a while. I remember when The Last Dance came out, and at the very end, it says that they've been rebuilding since 1998. So
Nick Young tweeted, "Don't forget me."
Where's Nick Young going? Like,
Swaggy P going back to the Lakers on a minimum deal, calling it.
This guy's not.
It's not worth the minimum deal, dude.
He's literally he's doing the Drew Eubanks. Drew Eubanks did it first. I guess they forgot about me. Why is he copying Drew? SMH.
I mean, Drew's at least under contract, right?
Yeah, and at least he had rotation minutes. Shout out to Swaggy P. I think he was doing some like commentary stuff. I think so. Let's see what that. Let's see what is chat saying on YouTube. Let's see. Kenny's always talks highly of Thaddeus Young, and now he was the X factor for them some games. Okay, if Kenny, who is Bulls lifer, loves and talks highly of Thaddeus Young, then and if we keep him, I'm sure he'll have some good minutes for us. I still think they'll probably buy him out. I'll be right back.
Yo, Joe, you there?
I think he went AFK for the moment.
I'm just gonna add him to the Fiesta Bros chat.
Do it.
He's in here a lot.
Do it.
He's also really cool.
He's a mod too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what else. Things kind of slowed down since the DeMar deal.
He
But
was like the last big piece, right? Besides
Yeah.
Kawhi, I guess.
And back.
Yo, I added you to 2 group chats. One of them is our Luca chat that we talked about a bunch, and then the other is our Fiesta Bros chat, which you're the 8th person in it.
Welcome
It's
in.
Exclusive.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the inclusive group.
Love being in the
The
club.
Fiesta Bros one is mainly just me, Ty, Mac, Frank, Noah,
Okay.
you, and Nick, who is someone else that we talked to.
Nick with a K.
The first rule of Luca Club: don't talk about Luca Club. 100%.
Luca Club. I like it.
There's some interesting conversations that go on there, man. Let me tell you.
Listen, it's a bunch of Spurs fans. Yeah, I dig it.
You'll recognize basically all of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Let me see. Okay. There's Jordan Spurs. I'm on Twitch, so I'm so damn excited. This is what we needed. Yup. I think we can all agree we needed a change of scenery. And it's gonna be great. Whether we lose or not, it's gonna be great seeing our young guys finally get the reps.
Again, it's a win-win season, boys.
Agree.
That's all that's needed. Plus, also the other part of this is that you finally get these guys reps and get to figure out who's going to work and who isn't. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I know you had the conversation before, but of who's the first option, it's definitely Derek, 100%. And he's
D White
as you
baby.
said it, 3-level scorer. So easy way to predict him to be first. I think no one said DeJounte over Keldon, or because Ty or Nick said Keldon. I think it makes sense for DeJounte being the second because he just loves that midi, and I think there's gonna be a lot of transition offense as opposed to last year because the defense is most likely gonna be better. So that means we get stops, we get the rebounds if Luka's starting because he's a great rebounder, and we're just running to the basket pretty much.
We can have 5 men on defense finally instead of 3 or 4.
Exactly. That's for the Bulls. They're gonna have 2 guys on defense. It's not gonna look too good, but they're hoping to outscore. So, let's see.
I'm really making this 10-foot cable I have stretching out across my room. There's
Alex Capilla, Swaggy P.
DeMar's finally in the perfect spot for him, where he can be the 3rd and then 2nd fringe best player on a good playoff team.
I think he's I would say he's a second option on this team.
I mean, Vucevic.
Maybe Vucevic might be 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
maybe.
if Vucevic is not having it, just give, like
Zach
DeMar
LaVine
just
is
needs to play.
clearly 1st.
Yeah, of course. Zach LaVine's great offensively. He's really great. I think he's underrated defensively, more so than DeMar would ever be. But I think that's he has to be willing to buy in again. I think he showed some flashes last season when I saw some Bulls games. Glad they're not starting Kobe White. That was a disaster. I get it, wanting to start him because you felt like you had to, but thankfully they got Lonzo for their sake, for both fans' sake.
I know.
They could not start Kobe White again.
And we get to watch Primo today.
Yup, at 8 o'clock Central, right?
So yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna be streaming because I like to do my clips and
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't do it, but I am gonna be getting highlights of tonight's Summer League action, featuring 4 young Spurs. That includes Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Josh Primo, and Jose Threescamp. Or Joe Wieskamp.
8 p.m. Central, San Antonio versus Utah on
NBA TV.
If anybody's trying to catch it, NBA TV. It is set. I think it's $6.99 a month for NBA TV. Just to like, if you go to the NBA TV website, and you think there's a free trial, you can get for like a week, and you can watch the summer league games that are going to be going on in Utah, at least. The ones in Vegas or something else. You're definitely going to need it for the next 2 weeks.
There's a cheaper version. It's called Buff Streams. But,
or that. I didn't want to put that out there.
I'm not saying you should use it. It's illegal. So
There
I'm not
are
going to use it. I'm not using
methods out there. There are methods out there to watch these games. If you choose that, you can definitely you can definitely try it. I just say NBA TV. Pop Alex on YouTube. Pop has to let Luka make mistakes. The only way he's going to learn. Sure.
And again, going back to that, since there's not really that many options, he's going to be forced to allow him to make mistakes, but also he's going to allow him to play no matter what and just throw him to the fire.
He has to, yeah. Like, literally has to. He's one of the longest tenured Spurs now, dude.
Who?
Luka.
DeJounte.
Oh, yeah. So
he's one of them.
It'd be DeJounte, Derek, Lonnie, Luka, Keldon, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's definitely because Weatherspoon's not there anymore. Trey Jones was just this past year. Yeah, I definitely think that is crazy. He's like in the top 5 of the most tenured Spurs. Let's look at it. Let me go to Basketball Reference and look at Spurs so we could get the accurate. Let's see.
Dude, my mentions are all, man. Again, if you're trying to contact me through the comments on my tweets or anything, you're not going to get a reply from me most likely. It's just too much.
Drew Eubanks, he's probably like I think with Lonnie that same year he was undrafted, right? So yeah, he's still Luka's the top 5.
I like that this depth chart I'm looking at completely excludes Luka.
Ridiculous.
So the way I see it, you're putting, I think you move Lonnie to that point. Like we talked about this depth yesterday.
Oh yeah, somebody asked about like what's our starting lineup.
So
yeah, I think it's the same, just with Luka at the 4, right? So
you throw in Luka in place of DeMar, or Thaddeus Young if you still have him.
I think Luka, but yeah.
But then
Does that mean Trey Jones, backup point guard?
So no, so the way I was thinking it, so I'm gonna write this on notepad so I don't forget it. So hold on, let me write this.
Ty is getting it down. No tab on YouTube. We're not waiving Eubanks. Currently, he's still on the roster, and I think he's good to keep the culture in the locker room going. So
I can say the
Rob, dude.
I can say the Spurs are not going to be waiving Drew Eubanks.
Yeah.
I think I can confirm that.
Damn, DeMar. I actually didn't know this. Fun fact: DeMar and Vucevic were on the same team in USC. You think that's probably got to be, he was probably recruiting him. Understandable.
All right, so first, the starting lineup is going to be DeJounte, Derek, Keldon at 3. I'm going to say Luka at the 4, just for the depth chart. It's not, and then Jakob at the 5. Behind DeJounte, Derek, Keldon, Luka, and so just to start off, it's going to be Drew behind Jakob. I think
that could mosey in.
Yeah, so Zach.
If he's healthy, yeah.
So Zach would be the technical third string for this, just for the moment. It could change. This is just what I'm thinking at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. So someone's so basically what we got for Kawhi was 3 seasons of DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, Keldon Johnson, Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, another first round pick and 2 second round picks at the moment. Not bad. So I'm saying Lonnie behind DeJounte at the point. Devin at the 3. You got Dougie McBuckets right behind Kellen at the 3. Who else am I missing? Thaddeus behind Luka. And then behind Lon. So your bench unit would be Lonnie, Devin, Doug, Thad, and Drew. Just not that bad.
I was gonna say you could put that on screen on OBS.
Dude, Luka is the 4th longest tenured drafted Spur.
My lord.
Man, he's definitely got to start now. I feel like. Yeah, I mean,
it was DeJounte, Derek, Lonnie, Luka, because technically he was picked before Keldon.
Yeah.
Drafted.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Nuts.
That's crazy, man.
We're young as shit, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't wait to see Luka get some reps. Finally, it's been 3 years, man.
All right, I have it pulled up.
There you go. Ty pulled it up. So that's our depth chart for everybody watching in chat. Currently,
let me see the.
So that's kind of what I have at the moment.
Put their ages beside that and make it a tweet.
Jesus.
But so this is just the depth chart I came up with.
And he only put Zach behind Drew because we're assuming Zach's not ready for the first.
Yeah.
Like, even preseason, he's not ready for preseason. He'll be probably around November. Like he'll be back.
Yeah. So again, that can always change. Taylor Horton Tucker. Oh shit, he's green to stay with the Lakers. $32 million, 3 years.
Oh,
shit.
I wonder what's the offer that, man. Let me see. What is that for?
32 divided by 3.
10 million.
Sheesh.
He's a good player.
That might be a slight overpay, honestly.
That's a
Good.
definitely
If
If
overpaid.
he doesn't pan out,
I think I think they're very high on him on his shot creation. He has maybe shown possible playmaking flashes. So I could see that. I think they really like 10 million. I mean, cap going up. Like he's probably gonna start. I don't know. You're probably right. And maybe he's more of an 8 million guy, but.
I mean,
shout out to him.
just for his what he's currently produced, he's a 7 or 8 mil guy. But like, he could easily be severely underpaid if he plays well this year. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm high on him. Lakers fans are high on him. I think he's gonna be really good this upcoming season, especially now that Kuzma's out there. He gets some more touches. That's good for the Lakers, to be honest. I don't know. I was looking Blake on the roster, IMO, but I like that they got THT back. He's one of their him and Malik Monk, the youngest on the roster. Shout out to them.
Oh yeah, bro.
Mr. Potato, isn't Lonnie a 2 guard? Yes, combo guard.
2 or 3.
He has playmaking ability. He can technically run the point, but
I would be interested to see him run the point.
Me
Especially
too, because His passing under the basket and in transition is
underrated.
absolutely nuts.
Like honestly, if you run that bench unit, that's a tall ass bench unit.
Mhm.
Because you got like a six. I want to say 6'6" Lonnie, a 6'7" Devin, or 6'6", 6'7" Devin, a 6'7" Doug, a 6'8" Thad, and a 6'10" Drew.
Yeah, and I think, let's see, I think you just replaced Drew with Zach, and that's the bench. It's just we're just saying, assuming for the start of the season, Zach is gonna still be rehabbing just
Yeah.
a little bit, probably for like 2 weeks. So yeah,
But so I'm just thinking, if a 15-man roster, that's what I'm looking at, and maybe a KBD, if you somehow get rid of Aminu,
what's our
You just-
two ways? What are our current two ways?
we don't know yet.
So we don't have anybody on two ways.
Yeah, and honestly, I could see it going this way where you just swap. If you say you trade Aminu without taking our players back, you can take
Uh-huh.
you can just put KBD there because
Yeah,
he does have a qualifying offer that hasn't gotten pulled yet. So
Yeah, I agree. I
So-
think it's looking like gonna be a fun season. Not a lot of wins, most likely, but you know what?
you never know though.
Be like
I'm
that.
just saying, you never know.
Listen, if their over under is at 35 wins, I think I'm going under. But that's just me, and I would hope to be wrong, but I wouldn't mind being right because of the money. But yeah, listen. Top 5 pick incoming, and we get to see these guys do good. That'd be nice for like the first half of the season. They do really good. Like they just start, I don't know, 10 games, 6-4. Like that'd be good for them, for that team going 6-4, even 5-5. Like I would have thought they'd go 2-8.
Mhm.
Looking good though. What is our chat saying? Let's see. I feel like our youngins are gonna flourish with all the playing time. I agree. Lonnie and Devin definitely needed more touches that Patty and Rudy wouldn't be giving them. Doug and Dad are most likely gonna be just off ballers, spot up shooting, as well as Zach Collins. I think he's gonna be off balling, spot up shooting. So, yeah, I think the guys who should be getting the touches are gonna be getting the touches here.
And we'll see if any of our young guys are worth it because we don't know. That's what we've been waiting for, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. We really
It
don't
could
know.
all be absolute mid dog shit, but I'm just glad that we'll know.
Exactly. Let's see.
And soon we'll all see that Luca will be our #1 alpha after a little bit of run. No, I'm kidding.
Luca's going, man. Luca's going up there one day. One day. They didn't scout him for nothing. On YouTube, Alex. It says right here, Zach is currently injured right now. Question? Yeah, he actually got surgery in July, right? So it's like a 4 to 6 month thing. So possibly won't be ready for.
I don't think it was 4 to 6 months. It may be like 2 to 4.
Okay,
at the,
2 to 4
at the word. It's really
say 4 to 6
a
months.
fractured foot is. I wish there was a fractured month. No, a fractured foot would be like 6, and that kind of surgery is usually 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
But add on some rehab,
Yeah.
it'd be a little bit longer.
It'll be great to get. I'm assuming giving them that much money, the Spurs saw his medicals. They like the talent and they like what they saw in the medicals, and they think putting them in their rehab and medical will be the best instead of Portland's. So
Yeah.
that's the good thing because they wouldn't have signed him if they didn't do their research on the medical for Zach Collins. Let's see, okay, Alex again on YouTube. Lonnie's technically a 2, but it's positionless basketball now. Exactly. He has good vision. So just putting him out there, him and Devin, I think they'll do good.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody's gonna hog the ball. We're not just gonna put Rudy in the post. We're not gonna have Patty Mills literally dribble 23 seconds and then shoot up a contested three.
And then also add on that all these guys are outside of Trey are all taller than like 6'4".
Yeah, defense switchable. You know.
And I think
Right.
Trey Jones is only 6'1", but he's also really good defensively. So
Didn't he win an award for defensive, or maybe he made an all
yep,
defensive team
in college, yes.
Yeah,
Trey Jones?
Trey Jones. Yeah,
Yeah, whatever conference he was in, he won Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah. Shout out Trey Jones.
Let me look at his basketball reference. It's
Shout out Duke.
college career. He won ACC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year.
Shout out the ACC.
So,
Go ahead.
But again, he's a really good defender. So even though he's the shortest guy on the roster, he's still, unlike Patty, he has defense that he can show up with.
Let's not just say.
Well,
Patty's
I'm just
defense
saying.
was overrated. Patty's
I'm just saying.
defense was definitely underrated. His hustle plays, the way he stole the ball from people that had it in the post. It was good to watch.
Like Trey has defensive skills that aren't like hidden from like effort.
He has good on-ball defense, as opposed to Patty, who's more of an off-baller on defense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for people. I'm already seeing it, but people laughing at have me put Luka in that starting rotation, even though he started multiple games last season whenever people were out. Spurs are going to be one focus on youth first off, and also you're going to want to see. I want to know what I can get out of this guy. So why not?
Exactly. I agree with Ty. Luka starting at the fourth. If Zach's not healthy to start the season, is the most likely scenario. When Zach gets healthy, I feel like he maybe pushes Luka out, but it depends on how Luka does.
And even then, I would think Zach would be more of a 5 than a 4.
He could play. He was playing with
He's like 6'11".
He was playing the 4 with the Blazers. He was playing. He was next to Nurkic. I think he could play the 4. He's pretty agile.
Shit, he's 7 foot. What am I saying? He can play the 5. Fuck yeah.
Who?
Collins.
Is that Collins? Yeah, he's a big motherfucker. What do you mean?
Yeah,
he's tall, and
he's 250. Shit. Yeah, he can do that. Yeah, he can play the 5. I'm okay with that. My projection of having him in the 5 depth. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, so really bad player. Appreciate you coming in to watch the stream. And no, wait, that's starting with Luka backing him up. I don't think so. I think we all of us here think Luka is just because we want to see what Luka has. And if anything, Zach Collins would be the starter over Thad Young.
If he really flashes, Zach Collins really flashes.
Zach Collins is talented, man. I want to hopefully that health really is there. Let's see. So Alex on YouTube, we just need Luka to yam it on Kawhi. There was a moment though where Luka did he basically made Kawhi his son going to the basket. They pushed him off like a big body tight. It was a great play.
Oh yeah,
great play last season. I was like, let's go, Luka.
We just
maybe
chilling.
more of that. Let's see. What's up, chat? Just saying. Hi, Mr. Potato. How'd y'all feel about Rudy's time with us? I feel like he got too much slander. I would agree. Personally, I'd agree he got a little bit too much slander, but he also did do a lot of stuff that lent the slander towards him. Like, he would just get the ball in the post and then turn it over. I was like, oh, what is this guy doing? But to be fair, he was meant to be the third guy behind Kawhi and LaMarcus. So, it was, it kind of was just unfortunate that all that Kawhi stuff went down. Let's see. What is Twitter saying, Ty?
It's not worth reading what Twitter says, honestly.
Also, you might want to take off Google Docs from the thing and put Twitter back up.
Let's go back up. So we're back up. We're gonna refresh this too.
It's a guillotine.
I know, I saw that. Let's go back to the guillotine.
Shout out guillotine.
Kendrick Nunn, 2-year, $10 million with the Lakers, of course.
Of course.
That has to be the mid.
It's crazy though. They got Nunn, Monk, and Tucker. Like you just starting all 3 of them at the 1 through 3. Like, I guess.
How many playoff series are the Los Angeles retirement homes gonna win? None.
The retirement homes.
How many spots did the Lakers have? They had a lot of spots on the team.
Dude, they had to sign like 10 minimum guys to really fill out
Lakers,
their roster.
Track.
Dude, their big man roster is like.
That's why I'm excited for LeBron to retire, because no one else, I don't think in history, has the gravity to have 10 people sign a minimum when they all could have made bank somewhere else.
I agree.
I fucking hate it, dude. And this isn't shitting on LeBron per se. It's just like how great he is. Like, I hate what it does to the league in that sense.
Okay, so I mean, you make a point. So on the Lakers, they had LeBron, AD, Marc Gasol, and then you add in 6 new players in Carmelo, Ariza, Wayne Ellington, Dwight, Kent Bazemore, Malik Monk, and then re-signing THT. So it's around 9,
Oh,
and then Westbrook 10. See, they had a lot of spots actually because they did trade Harrow. Who did they trade? Harrow, KCP, Kuzma, to the Wizards. So they did have a lot of spots.
I do not agree with the starting lineup of DJ, Derek, Keldon, Doug, and Yak. I think you can have a better starting lineup than that.
I saw someone say, and I don't hate him for it. I just don't agree that it would happen. DJ, Derek, Devin, Keldon, Yak. I'm like, Keldon can't start power forward.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Still too small.
Not again, man. Even though he did good against some bigs.
And there's no way that Devin starts before Luka. Like in the chain of command and how people are drafted, it doesn't happen. Like I don't see it. I really think it'll be Derek, DeJounte, Keldon, either Luka and Jakob, Thad and Jakob, or even Dougie and Jakob if they want to. Because Dougie's technically tall enough, but I don't think that they could do it with the lack of defense.
I'm just saying that bench unit's shooting potential. Oof. At least the one I brought up of Lonnie, Devin, Doug, Thaddeus. Well, Thaddeus isn't really a shooter, but you get Drew Eubanks and his 3-point shooting. Let's go.
100% 3-point percentage this year, minimum 2 attempts.
Yeah.
Drew Eubanks on a green light from deep. Whew.
Ty.
He's gonna be a pick and pop, baby.
His form for shooting threes is absolutely terrible.
Dude, hey, all Lonnie needs to do is just draw on the defense, and he can just kick it out to Drew, wide open in the corner for 3. Easy money.
Let's see. Yeah, and honestly, I still think Devin starts in a couple years. I think Derek goes to the bench in a couple years.
Yeah, probably in 2 or 3 years, right?
I think after that contract of Derek, I think he's either gonna find a new team or he's gonna try to be the best 6-man.
He'd be a great 6-man, and I think he might like it here. I think for Derek, it's between here and the Nuggets.
Yeah, because
he's such a Denver homer. Yeah. I wouldn't blame him if he went either. Same reason I wouldn't have blamed DeMar if he had went to LA or either of the LA teams.
I wouldn't have blamed Kawhi if he had went to LA during free agency, but he didn't. So yeah, I don't blame guys going to their hometowns. Like everybody loves their hometowns for a reason. Some people don't, but yeah, some people do. In the chat, they're shattering the record for oldest team ever. I don't know. They got THT back. Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn's pretty young.
Man, it's still a team though.
They're getting some young guys at least.
At this rate, it's gonna be the vet minimum for Kawhi Leonard in a Laker jersey.
Yeah, Kawhi still hasn't signed that 1+1 year, right? That's crazy. You would have thought he would have done it at the start of free agency.
He was always gonna wait.
Yeah, probably. Pixel Master on Twitch. Hey guys, I just woke up. My phone's dead. Someone catch me up. Everything Spurs that happen. Well, DeMar to the Bulls is the biggest team.
Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, future first, and next year's second, and a future, and I want to say it's 2025 second.
2025 second. Also, Patty to the Nets and Rudy to the
Jazz.
Utah Racists.
I called Rudy to the Jazz like 2 years ago. I thought they should have traded him to the Jazz. Literally, they should have traded him to the Jazz 2 years ago. I thought that would have been the play.
Rudy for Jokic straight up.
I love this tweet. Alex Caruso tweeted in 2014. Why is everybody surprised Cleveland is signing all these players? I would take less money to hoop with LeBron too. Hashtag duh. Just the hashtag duh is funny to me. And also, he didn't take less money to play with LeBron. He left.
Yeah. Well, he got his ring. I bet if he didn't have a ring, he would have signed there for a fucking minimum wage. Fucking $7.25 or whatever. 10 in California, I guess. I don't know.
Solid pickup for the Jazz. Rudy being a scorer with them off the bench. And plus, they lost Derek Favors, so they were gonna need another forward that possibly score and play some post defense. So, yeah, good for them. I mean, we'll see what happens with them because they didn't end nicely for them last postseason. So, the last 2 postseasons, literally, jeez, it ended pretty bad for them. Let's see.
Oh my lord!
What happened? What happened?
The Lakers' projected tax bill is gonna be $42.3 million,
God bless.
Genie Buzz, get out the check.
the largest in Laker history for a washed-ass team.
Oh, okay. Somebody had to make that joke. Yeah, they're gonna get out the checkbook really bad. So we have a Warriors fan apparently in the chat. The really bad player. He says he kind of sad that he didn't get Patty again. Yep.
We're kind of sad too. I mean, I was kind of pushing for Patty to the Warriors because
Yeah.
Kerr and like
Yeah.
there's like a weird mutual respect between the Warriors and the Spurs.
It's definitely because of Kerr. That's
Oh, yeah,
100%.
Kerr and Pop, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was a hater back in like 15 and 16, but like I love Steph, dude. He's so good. He plays so effortlessly. He's a pretty humble guy. I mean, usually he breaks out the shimmy after he puts up 11 threes on a team.
I love
but,
that.
I mean,
though. I love
I'd
the
break
shit.
out the shimmy if I put 1 3 at the fucking YMCA or whatever, dude. Like,
I'll never forget the 2016 game against the Thunder. Just they have a timeout. They decide to use it. Bang, bang, Curry for 3. Like I love that. Love that. It was a great game.
So, for the cap situation, I think I just saw some from. Right now, with the current qualifying offer to Bates Diop, it's about $4 million left to room. If they pull that qualifying offer, it goes back to like 5.7.
They'll definitely give them that money then.
Yeah.
I think they bring KBD back. Honestly,
They got
good for us.
They got filler, and then also add on your two ways. Quindary is going to the Nets summer team.
what? Oh, okay.
I was like, Patty's
I
gonna.
wouldn't pay that man any type of real money to play NBA basketball.
I mean, he had decent minutes as like a 13th two-way guy. It sucks that it couldn't work out here, but I thought it would work out somewhere as its contract.
Yeah, my big problem is that like he missed with COVID and then he came back in like a couple different games. He would just go in and just foul like hard.
Oh, yeah.
One of his first games back, he fouled out in like 6 minutes or 4 minutes or something.
He also, I think, hurt. He got an injury, some type of injury in the bubble in that last game. I remember it was like, or maybe not the last game. It was like the first game somewhere, but in the bubble he did get injured, and it just felt so unfortunate because I thought he had a chance to prove himself a little bit more, and it happens. That's just unfortunate injuries. Let's see. Chat saying, how well / bad do you think the Russ will be on the Lakers? I actually think they'll be better than what the jokes that a lot of people are making, but at the same time, that's up to Russ. I don't know how Russ, if he buys in all the way, I think they're better definitely than last year. But if he doesn't, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. So,
Man. No.
Russ, man, Russ back home. UCLA legend.
Yep. Now we don't have to worry about.
Oh shit! Also, the Spurs have the 5.2 million mid-level exception too.
Yeah, and we have a lot on the roster. So who are we giving that to? Maybe we're saving it. I don't know. It's weird. We have a lot of people on the roster already.
That one person is just not having a good time on the timeline today, Nick.
What?
It happens, man.
That one person on the timeline is just not having a good time tonight. Today. I don't mind it.
Take the L.
Are we talking about
You
a
bitch,
Gremlin?
you fucking
I'm gonna send you.
L.
I'll send you a message real quick.
Okay.
I don't. We don't like saying his name out loud.
Yeah,
Just put it in the Fiesta Bros chat, dude. He's a part of it now.
Let's see. What's Pixelmaster? We definitely did do a depth chart already. If you would like to see that again, you can. Oh, look, there it is.
I pulled it up.
Put it back up. I think, or he didn't put it on stream yet, but
It's on stream now. It's on
that
stream
is
now.
our depth chart as of this moment.
That's just a general. You can reorder the depth chart however you want it, but I was just doing. That's my personal depth chart, but overall, that's like the players you have.
He's definitely going through it, Ty. 100%.
No shit.
The 5 stages of grief right there on the TO. So Schmuck on YouTube. So $6 million is still Emily potentially. Yeah, with 15 guys on the roster. It's a little weird, but take it, I guess. So you saving money isn't a bad idea because they are gonna have money next year.
Yeah. Actually, I think there's. Yeah, was that? Well, Wieskamp hasn't signed his deal yet, so technically you only have 14 spots, but he's gonna get a deal.
Think he's getting a contract and not a two-way?
Yeah, I think he's getting a contract, so that's
Yeah,
why
makes
I put him here.
Okay.
I think he's gonna get it.
Primo signed already, right? He has his contract or no?
Yeah, first round always has a guarantee, but I think
okay.
Wieskamp's gonna get something very similar to Trey. And let me look at Trey's deal real quick.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because Trey signed an actual contract. I remember that. Yeah.
It's Trey Jones is kind of like similar to like a first round contract.
Yeah, that makes sense because the two-way, you don't want to lose him for nothing because Trey's actually gonna be a really good player. He's gonna be maybe better than his brother. So, let's see.
So with him, it was essentially a 2+1, whereas his second, so he has 1.5 going into this season and he has 1.7 non-guaranteed next season. So that's essentially a team option, without it being a team option.
There you go. There you go. That's our depth chart for the Spurs. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an interesting season. Can't wait to see how Wieskamp and Primo look, Vassell, Trey Jones in the summer league. Again, you can watch those guys play the Utah Jazz summer league games. NBA TV, 8 p.m. Central. It's gonna be fun. Ty's gonna get some clips, so look out on
Yep,
Twitter.
tonight I might take a nap. I didn't get too much sleep last night. Who knows?
Yeah, I was
But
trying to watch.
Although I am really curious, you have not heard anything on John Collins yet. Like, I'm very curious right now.
Yeah, I wonder why the whole John Collins. Whatever happened to free agents? I guess he's not unrestricted, so
He's
he can't
restricted.
Yeah, I was about to say he can't just do the Kevin Durant and have people come to him. Besides, it's COVID also, so that's probably like why a lot of people are not like going to free agents.
It's never going to happen, but I would love if the Spurs turned around, sent like Thaddeus Young.
Oh, Minu, and then like give him expiring to the Hawks, so they have money to give a contract.
Or give him Thaddeus and maybe 2 firsts to get that first that you acquired from the Bulls, and maybe your own future first to get John Collins.
I don't think they're good. I think they'd give.
It would not happen, but I would love that. Could be something.
I see your reasoning on it because expirings. Also, the Hawks are going to need to pay some of those other players.
Also, first round picks.
Yeah, and yeah, some assets would be nice for them. Let me see. Let me look at the Hawks on spot track. I want to see what they're looking at, their timeline. Because if they are gonna, if that is a positive, because I know there was news earlier that Travis Schlenk, the GM of the Hawks, wasn't looking to sign and trade John Collins. But people say stuff to the media all the time to deter. I don't believe it until it happens. So let's see, where is okay. What is it looking like in terms of when do they have to sign? If they were to get expirings this year, it should be 21, 22, 20. Who would be a free agent? Okay, so I guess they're getting Okongwu. They have his team option. He'll be restricted in 24, 25. Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, the year before, 2023. Bogey, he's at 18 million right now. He's unrestricted in 2024. Kevin Huerter is the guy. Kevin Huerter will possibly be a restricted free agent in 2022, unless they decide to extend him. And I don't think they'll have the cap if they give Collins the max. So the idea would be to take on the Bulls first. Pretty much what the Bulls gave to the Spurs, besides the second round picks, I think, the expirings for John Collins. That'd be pretty much the deal. Listen, he's a good GM. I want to do that so they could keep Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is good. He did fall off a little bit in the playoffs, even though he had that big big couple games. But surprised they wouldn't want to keep him, especially since I think he'll be there more than Bogey. Yeah,
so
go ahead, Ty.
Here's Paul Garcia explaining kind of what I was explaining earlier. So Spurs have. Oh yeah, he that was an accent. Well, they have like a $5 million exception, and the San Antonio's met that salary floor finally, and they have one last roster spot, and like he says, that could go to Wieskamp, just like the minimum deal that Jones signed for.
I mean, it makes sense. Dude is a shooter, and honestly, if we didn't have McDermott, I would have liked to see Wieskamp off the bench. I think eventually he will, but for this next season, it'll most likely be Yeah, McBuckets.
Also,
Yes.
also so going back to my depth chart, another reason I would put Luke at the 4 is that defense, because he can still, no matter what you think he can do on offense, he can still bring defense. So
Yeah. I mean, Luca would really help shape up the defense, and he'll run the floor. He'll play off ball. He was most likely a better shooter now. He showed some flashes last season, of being a good shooter. He just, he didn't play a lot of minutes. So yeah, I agree with the.
but I think the next few signings we're gonna see is Wieskamp get his contract into two-way deals. So I think that's the way it's gonna go.
That's weird that Wieskamp. I guess the Austin Summer League Spurs are different than the actual Spurs, so he can play with them while also
Yeah.
not being signed yet to the Spurs. Yeah.
Well, because the Spurs has his draft rights.
Yeah. Somebody says something. Jordan Spurs Summer League game is at 8 Central, right, boys? Yep. 8 Central on NBA TV. It is the Utah Summer League games, and it's gonna be versus a Utah team, whoever they have. I have no idea, but it'll be our guys. So let's see.
Tom Petrini hitting it on the nail here. So first off, he said today the Spurs moved on from Patty, Rudy, and got a solid return for DeRozan. I don't think they're done making moves either. But then he responded, Thad Young could provide big man depth, and the Spurs could see what Aminu's got. But they're also both on expiring deals, which makes them attractive trade chips, especially like that he's young.
Yeah.
If you don't think that plus 3 picks for a guy who could have walked for nothing is solid, recalibrate your expectations.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at what Lowry got for the Raptors. Precious and Dragic's most likely getting rerouted, so some picks there. Like getting something instead of nothing is always going to be better. Assets. Yeah.
But anything that has Keldon starting, at the 4, I don't like it.
Yeah, none of those, dude, because he was undersized. He did play some good defense on Christian Wood. I'll give him that. I remember when LaMarcus Aldridge was getting torched by Wood, and then Keldon got in there, and he was giving Wood that work in the post. It wasn't easy. Let's see what else is chat saying. Pixelmaster. I swear, I didn't think the first thing I would praise about Luka would be his defense. Me either, but he's turned into a really good defensive player.
That's crazy too, because his original draft profile was like so worried about his defensive capabilities because he was kind of shit, and like praised his shooting. Now his shooting isn't great because he looks at the fucking ball like a weirdo, but his defense, like he literally locked down Julius Randle. Like,
Yep.
Put him in a prison, threw away the key that was on an island on a different planet, lockdown.
It felt like that one time. That moment felt like that one time when Keldon locked down Luka in his first year. You remember that?
Oh, dude, bitched him at the end of the game,
Hit
dude.
the ball too. He just took him 1-on-1, and Luka tried to baby Keldon. Keldon wasn't having it. Took the ball away from him.
It reminds me of DeJounte on Kemba this year. Remember that steal? Oh.
Yep, and didn't he also have it on Jamal Murray?
Yep.
He did.
Yep. Yeah, he had a steal on Jamal Murray. Derek White has some great defensive plays.
And just let y'all know, the defense is getting. I think this defense is going to be good. Like, no matter how many games they win or lose, they're going to have a good defense.
I will say, for the time being, we'll miss some of Rudy's defense, but I doubt it going into the season like that far.
Well,
We'll
when
just have to figure out how to play it, because Rudy did provide defense. He was just
Like in the
everywhere else.
post,
It was
yeah.
awful.
his
He
name
has
is
a pretty good
His name is Luca.
Well,
I'm just
if they
saying,
play him, I'm not 100%
Well,
sure they
Thad
still
Young
play
could
him.
be a good defensive off the bench if he stays, unless he gets rerouted. But yeah, defense is gonna look good. And listen, the Raptors are doing pretty good. What was it? The bubble year without Kawhi, and they didn't really like Pascal Siakam wasn't really necessarily having the best year. So, like, I just think if you have a bunch of players that don't suck, you could end up being good as long as like the defense is there, and
Yeah.
everybody buys it. So yeah.
Especially after we get Paolo this year.
Yeah.
Or Chet, I
We're
guess.
waiting. Bonchero's waiting.
No,
I need to read more about Paolo.
So Alex on YouTube calls Joe Wieskamp Joe Wheezy, the new Matt Bonner. Joe Wheezy. That's a nice nickname. It's like how I call Justin Herbert in the NFL. I call him Jay Herbo. because there's a rapper named G Herbo, so I just call Justin Herbert J Herbo.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Go follow Thaddeus on Twitter, just in case.
Yeah, I still think he could be rerouted, and they could try to if they try to sign and trade Collins. But yeah, because it's weird. Like you on the Collins front, you haven't heard too much from Collins camp per se. It's mostly just from the Hawks camp and how what they don't want and what they do want. Like in terms of they don't want to sign and trade and they want to keep Collins. But at the same time, they can't pay everybody, bro. Kevin Hurt is getting paid next season.
This is a little interesting. I'm not sure this is going to apply here. Thaddeus Young played 57% of his minutes last season at the 5 and 43 at the 4. 43% at the 4.
Yeah, it's some small ball 5, you know, and at the 4 he's a big talent, big guy.
There's a lot of I think overall there's a lot of versatility on this roster that you could really go anything, especially on matchup, doing it based off matchups.
Yeah. Okay, the really bad player. Who has a better season, Zach Collins or Otto Porter Jr.? I'll say Zach Collins if he's healthy, but if he's not, Otto Porter Jr. 100%, because I just think Zach Collins is a better player. I think he's definitely more talented.
Yeah, but, saying it like a perfect healthy season, Zach Collins.
Yeah. Otto Porter Jr. is also just he's gonna be in a really good situation though. So there's that at the Warriors, but it's not like he's gonna need to put up stats. Whereas Zach Collins, I think, would put up stats with the Spurs if he's healthy. He could also start if he is healthy. So there's that. Let's see, Pixelmaster. That fits the versatility that Wright is looking for. Of course, Ryan Wright has been saying since draft night, looking for versatile players who could do much and just do a lot of things on the basketball court. And that's what the Spurs roster is looking like. There's not a lot of one-dimensional players. Even someone like McBuckets, he's not necessarily one-dimensional. Yeah, it's not just a shooter. Let's see. What is Chas?
Some people are really like undermining this deal for DeRozan. Like, you would most likely gotten nothing from him if you did anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
for most of his career though, that he's doing play at 4. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, what do you expect off Twitter? Like, it's gonna be like that. Ooh. What is Matthew Tinnen saying? Okay, so he said perhaps more will be revealed, but as of right now, that looks like a do-right but DeRozan kind of deal while Austin adding front court depth. Okay, let's see what else he says. Yeah, he just says he's not sure how the Spurs will do, but people wanted to see the young guys run and gun. We're gonna see the young guys run and gun.
Dude, there's gonna be a lot of good transition. I like what the team can possibly do in transition. Yeah. My lord, that's a horrible.
I'll be back.
This is a horrible depth chart. All right, yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank Alex for coming. Thanks for joining us. Everyone, also thank you for joining us. I'm gonna wait for Joey to get back, and then we'll wrap it up. Again, if there's any other significant signings, we'll probably come back on. But I don't think there's going to be anything else happening for soon, unless some crazy trade happens. Then we'll probably come back on. Damn, I got bad allergies today.
What's up, chat?
So we're gonna start wrapping it up.
Yeah. I just want to see. I was just reading chat.
Holy shit!
What?
Go look at the Luca chat. The picture.
Bye, Jordan.
I got from Josh.
I don't know if you're still here.
Oof. No, I don't feel so good. The Coyote.
God, that's so sad.
Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good. Did you tweet that already? I want to see you tweet that.
No. I got it from Josh.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't know if he tweeted it or not.
Definitely gonna steal that. just in case.
I mean, I'm showing the image on the stream. I lost it. Shit. I don't feel so good, Mr. Coyote. I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. We haven't seen any significant news. We kind of talked our heads off about what we need to do. But guys, thank you for coming out and joining us on the stream. Again, if we see any significant news, big trade, and we'll also come on just talk the shit and everything further on. So, but make sure to follow us on Twitter at the Lion Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at the Ty Yeager. Joey, where can they follow you?
You can definitely follow me at Twitter at Joey Spielberg.
Nick?
People forget how to spell it, but it's Spiel. So there you
Easy. It's easy. Nick, go.
Follow me at Nick Yarbrough on Twitter.
Easy stuff. Make sure to follow us also on Twitch and YouTube so you guys get notified every time we do a live stream. We're going to do some more podcasts soon. So, but follow us on Twitter, everywhere else. Guys, thank you for coming on. We're glad that you guys are here with us, and we'll see you guys next time. But for Joey, Nick, I'm Ty. This has been At The Line. See you guys next time. See ya.
See ya.
Hold on. Let me get this. I got
Get
this.
the outro going.
Hold on. I got this.
I'll be right back in a second.
I got this. I think so. All right. See ya.